Hi guys. Hold on, let's see where everybody has to move because it looks different there.
Don't you dare.
Than it does here. There we go.
Okay.
Gotta pull this up.
Let's see. I gotta get another picture. I'm sending that tired picture.
Girl, there's never time to take pictures.
I know. Okay.
Did I just mess it up? Did I move it closer? I just took it off. Wait. I need to cut out some of these and move it closer.
That's better.
That's better. Thank you. It's actually a dress. 9 times out of 10 when I'm sitting up here, what you think is a shirt is actually a dress. And I figured I can get away with that because, you know, it's live and this is all you see. So if I have a dress that's cute, it can kind of double as a top. So what's going on? Hi, MADCURLS fam. Vanessa Bristow, thank you.
You hold on down the fort, girl, because I'm trying to.
So she's advertising. I spent a little extra time on my makeup tonight to do it. I used one of the Juvia's Place palettes. They're the little mini palettes, the berry one. I think it's the berry one. The berries. They're very good, very pigmented. And so I tried to pick up the colors.
You did a fantastic job.
I tried. Say, where are you going? Guys, I got dressed for live. That's it. I'm not going anywhere.
I know.
Tomorrow, however, I'm going somewhere.
You sure are.
My boyfriend planned a date night, which I'm excited. I was like, you know, we see each other like all the time, but you kind of forget to like have like those extra special times where like you get dressed and go out, and so we're having one of those tomorrow. And
I love that. I
love
loved that when I heard that, because that is what you do. That's what you do. Don't get stagnant in a relationship.
Lori, love your hair.
Thank you. I went OG way back. This is Mixed Chicks. Can y'all believe it, Mixed Chicks?
You've been doing Mixed Chicks for like the past week,
Mixed Chicks
right?
day 5.
Oh.
I refresh every day with a little squirt of water, which I would never do water in the past, but just to kind of like get it wet and then go through it. Each kind of like cursory do just like 4 sections, do the back, and then I just kind of do the front sides.
Girl, let's not start with the table.
I know.
Girl, the table.
I know.
You both look great. Thank you. What else is Andy? My hair is the healthiest right now. It's getting long thanks to the Curlsmith vitamins. Awesome. Yay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's the way to go.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
That's what turned ours around.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. What was I going to say? Oh, I wore some hoops because someone left a comment on one of our videos like, TaylorAnne, why don't you throw in some hoops? And I have not really worn hoops since my hair has been cut. So tonight I decided to dedicate my earrings to her, who said you should wear some hoops.
I know. I wanted to wear some hoops. I didn't have time. I had to start cutting stuff out.
Girl, how did you not have time when something got thrown into the mix with Doggy? It was like 6.
I know.
Like 6:15. No, because I was sitting down to eat at 6:15. Maybe it was around like 5:40-ish, which is pushing it. I don't know. My boyfriend took Doggy outside to walk, and when he came back inside, Doggy smelled awful. Awful. And he said that he rolled around in the grass, which is completely normal for Doggy. He rolls around in the grass. But we did just get a new walkway done. And I don't know, they were outside with trucks and cement and whatever. So I'm thinking whatever they did, whatever was left over was left in the grass. And Doggy was rolling in it. And he came inside.
Smelled
he
like a zoo. I'm like, oh my God, he smells like the zoo. You know, like the little petting zoos or the Bronx Zoo. He smelled like the zoo.
Yeah.
That was the only way I could explain it. Which means I would interpret excrement from animals. So then I think I narrowed it down. I'm like, you know what that is? That's probably manure. That's probably cow manure. That's why he smelled like the zoo to me, because that was just way too many things.
I was like, he goes outside. He loves rolling around in the grass. That's normal. I'm like, maybe he'll come back in and smell like the earth or something. But literally, before I even got near him, it just hit you like a truck. I'm like, oh my gosh. Literally picked him up, took him straight upstairs into the bathtub, and like had to wash him, which I was upset about because he just had a bath like 3 days ago, and I don't like to wash him like that. They said it's not good, like it dries out dog skin. And but no, he had to go
I
in.
love the way you moved. Like, you moved like a mother would move. You didn't ask no questions. You didn't look for nobody to help. I mean, you just grabbed him up and into the bathtub he went.
He
I
had a
love
lather,
that.
rinse, repeat. Got my Dyson, blow dried him, and I was done probably in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, no,
it was very quick. And now you're clean boy.
You clean again.
Boy.
Thank
Clean
goodness.
boy.
But you have to be put out.
He can't be stink boy.
Mm-mm.
I know. I was like, we're getting ready to have to throw the whole dog away. The whole
The whole dog.
was gonna have to go. Speaking of dog, hold on. Doggy, you gotta get down.
Okay, so I'm sitting up here putting on jewelry like I have all the time in the world. Let me find what I'm supposed to be. I guess I'll sashay on over to YouTube now.
Okay. Tay don't play. Yeah, no.
Nope.
And I'm like, I didn't want him to touch anything, get on any beds, sit on any couches. I was like, just picked him up. The bath didn't have water in it yet. Just threw him in there and started running the water. Like, just stay here.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. Had to do a lather, rinse, repeat.
You did.
But yeah. So he's clean boy again.
He's clean.
But
I sure am gonna miss those hands next week. Those extra hands doing all that. It's gonna just be me and Doggy next week.
yeah. So Monday it starts the week of professional development. So I'm not sure how many days I'm gonna have to go. Probably the first 2 days, because that's you know, how teachers can cope, and the next day is like how to help students cope. So probably those 2 days, but like everything else probably doesn't apply to me. But yeah, it's over. I can't believe the summer's over.
I can't believe it. I can't believe not only is the summer over, but I can't believe like the whole break from March, you know, from the COVID. Like, it's like really all over. How many months were we home together like this? In March, April, May, June, July, August. 6 months.
People are still
Wow.
home. Yeah.
People are still home. I know.
Yeah, so my school is doing a hybrid mode where they like split the classes. So I'm in a middle school, so they split the 6th grade, split the 7th grade, split the 8th grade, and they call them like cohort A and cohort B. And so like cohort A goes into school certain times, and cohort B goes into school certain times, and like so, it's they're learning in school and online. So we're gonna see how all that goes, which I'm looking really forward to the professional development to see how all this is gonna shake down.
Though different states that are going back, they seem like they're coming on back home because like they're having these outbreaks. Like I think UConn had 12 people, but I think they narrowed it down to a party.
Yeah.
Did they still like kind of like shut it down?
You know, I'm not sure. Yeah, everybody went back and everything seemed fine, but then there was an unauthorized get together, and then like an outbreak happened, and it's just like, why can't people just follow directions? Like, why can't people just follow directions? I don't understand. So, but those people that were involved are definitely like losing their housing and getting kicked out, which if you don't live near the college you go to, then it kind of stinks when you get kicked out of housing. So it's like, what, do I have to drive? Like if I were to go to where UConn stores, that's about a good hour and 40 minutes away. I'm not trying to drive an hour and 40 minutes to UConn to go to school. Like I would want housing. So, but you get what you get when you don't follow directions. That's busted.
Some shut down for a few days to clean. Alexis Simmons said she was in Georgia. That's it, just to clean, and everybody back in. Wow.
A lot of companies in the UK are not going back to work until January. They will be working from home.
Okay.
But it's, I don't know. I hope at some point, like, again, like, this will just all end, because it stinks. Like, kids just started going back to school, and, like, immediately people started getting sick again. It's like, it's just like how life is always going to be. People can't, you know, mingle and mix and whatever, because everyone's just going to always get sick. Like, that doesn't even seem like reality. Like, that would be crazy if that was a new reality. Like, you had to always social distance from people. You can't be in large groups ever again in life because people get sick, and that would be crazy.
Naturally, Natalie said her friend's having a wedding with 60 or 70 people. She doesn't feel that comfortable. I know. You know, I mean, I think if I'm put to the test and I have to think about it, I probably would say no to a lot of things, but I think we've kind of been just navigating our lives, you know. I don't think necessarily.
Are you safe if you just wear a mask?
That's what I'm saying. I think that's slapping on a mask. Right?
If you just wear a mask and keep it on, is it like 100% you're safe? Is that it?
I don't think it's 100%.
Like going back to school, I know the second I step out of my car, my mask is going on and it's staying on until the end of the day, and I step back in my car. So will I be good no matter who's talking to me or what, as long as my face and everything is covered?
That's a very good question.
Will I be good? Do people start getting sick when they start taking their masks off and doing extra stuff?
I don't know. Spencer told me he had to go and do kind of like a military exercise for 2 weeks in September, and I'm like, what? you know, I hope that they take precautions. I don't know how they line up with this kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's not going to be kind of like be a man kind of thing, because I can't.
Yeah, this is, you have to social distance too. So yeah, so people have to not be in your space.
Oh, okay.
I saw someone say, what about during lunch? Well, yeah, obviously when I eat lunch, I'm going to take my mask off to eat. They said the students are going to have to take their masks off to eat. Again, I guess I'll learn about that next week. How is that going to happen? Are we going to be using the cafeteria, or are kids going to be designated like to rooms where they can all sit at the desks that are split up so they can take their mask off and eat lunch? I feel like everything is going to take longer. Everything is going to take longer. Kids aren't all passing in the hallway at the same time. Everything's going to take longer.
Who said that? Alexis Simmons once again said, Taylor, they should give you protective equipment as a teacher. My mom got a mask and a face shield at her school.
They have those. So they're going to have them for teachers and students if you need one. Me, okay. I want my masks to match my outfits. So I'll be buying my own masks.
And those are the ones, guys, that they say are not medically, are not medical masks.
You're supposed to wear the blue medical ones?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
What is the filter for? I don't understand masks when they say they have a place for a filter. Like what is a filter for?
Well, I heard the filters are selfish because you can breathe air in. No, you can breathe air out. You can breathe air in and out or something. And like, it's like, why do we want your germs back in the air? I heard the ones with the filter, they call them like the selfish masks because like air is going in and out of the filter and like you're putting your air back in the air. Your breath back in the air or something. I just see you
can get a mask, and then inside is like an insert where you can put a filter in. What's the filter for?
Guys, what's the filter for?
Oh, wait, who's there? Who's coming in? Oh, Doggy's right there.
Whoever it is.
Oh, it's Spencer.
Is it Spencer?
Everybody else is in, right?
Yeah. This is the medical ones are better. Yeah, but either way, I'll be able to, right? No, seriously. I'll be able to let you guys know next week how it goes in my district, see how it goes. So, what's in my hair tonight? So, I decided that, like, I don't know if we're gonna film this kind of thing, but you guys are probably gonna want to see it. But I wanted to try kind of like a series of will it work now kind of thing, like products that we tried in the past that we did not like. I'm wondering if they'll work in my hair now. So tonight I have a will it work now using the MICHE pomegranate and honey. If you've been on the channel for a while, I put it in a disappointing product. I've mentioned that, the MICHE pomegranate and honey, a lot. I bought it maybe 2 years ago. The custard, the leave-in, the smoothie, like all of it. And none of it worked in my hair when it was long. I couldn't get it to work. Like, it just didn't work. And I was really upset because I bought the whole line and I love the way it smells, but I never got rid of it. So I actually blew the dust off it today and I used the leave-in and the custard in my hair. So that's what's in my hair. Not a whole lot of hold, but it's nice.
Oh, it looks like it has hold.
Yeah.
Is it dry?
It is dry.
It is.
It is dry.
It's so shiny and cute.
See, what else was Andy? Yeah, you tried it a lot. I did. And so I tried it again. I was like, well, you know, will it work now? Is it going to work now? And so it...
I'm sorry, I was distracted.
It's cute.
What do you have in your hair?
The MICHE pomegranate and honey, the leave-in, and the custard.
Try that. Okay.
And
okay, cute.
I tried to get it to work, never worked. But yeah, it's extremely shiny, extremely curly. And I did style with a Denman brush today because my hair is just getting too long and I want it to be tighter. So I Denman brushed this. I slicked this down with a Denman brush. Because I want this to be lower, but this is still kind of poking out. I am going to get my hair cut on September 12th.
I was going to ask, are you still going to do that?
Yeah, I'm keeping that appointment. I want it cut back down again. Like all of this, I don't know what all of this is.
You know what, I'm going to take this and throw it. Let me stop. I'm so distracted. Let me stop.
Okay.
I'm obsessed. Okay.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we're thinking about doing. Oh, will it work now? So I was actually going back through our videos, like what are some products that we tried but we weren't really wowed with? Will they work in our hair now, or a kind of like, does it still work? Do I still like it kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like one of the products that obviously was like my favorite was Curl Mix. Love it, still love it. It works, but the only thing is when I did Curl Mix when my hair was longer, I got like 7 days from it. But now I can only get like 2-ish. But that's really with any product because the back of my hair, it's just the back of my hair. So it'll look fantastic here. It's just the back of my hair. So it's really not product's fault that I can't get days from it. It's just the way my hair is set up right now. But yeah, but product that I love, nothing's lasting because the back of my hair is busted.
I think it looks so cute. You've been hard on the back of your head since the day you got it cut.
I don't know what it's supposed to look like.
I don't know. It's cute. It's supposed to look like your hair, your texture. You want it just like bone straight.
It like flips out.
I think taking pictures in are supposed to be like inspirations, but it can't be exactly. I saw a haircut that Joe Ortiz did today, and he said that kind of like all curly cuts, I'm summarizing, are unique to like a person, you know, like what your hair will do, how it will lie, and all of that is what I got the impression of. So you can bring in your inspiration, but if someone's hair is lying flat in the back, it's because their hair lies flat in the back. You know, yours doesn't. You have curly hair in the back, so it'll never lie flat unless you're going to wear a helmet by putting on a whole lot of gel.
And when I tried that, when I first got my hair cut, my scalp was itching like crazy because I was like packing on the gel. You're right. You're right. But I think another round of a haircut will do. I need to bring it back down again and let it grow out again and learn it again. Like, I don't know. I'm ready to cut it down again.
I need a haircut too, definitely. Because I just need it shaped up more. It's definitely long. It's very dense. I like it, but it's just too many things just running astray.
Latrice Hubbard said, how was the hold on the Main Choice Tropical Moringa Glazed Gel? I don't like a hard hold and was wanting to try it. It's definitely not a hard hold. I would say it's anywhere from like soft to medium. Thinking back to the video that we did on it when we reviewed it, our hair was very blowy. It was lots of volume and it was big and blowy. I love that gel when I used it. I would say it's like a medium hold. There's definitely not a hard, crunchy cast at all. That's a great gel. I actually got to dig that out.
That's funny. Somebody said, Lee Yu said, LoriAnne's hair is going, it's getting so long. I hope you let it grow out. I just said, I think I need my hair cut.
Let me see. Lavana Edwards says, went to Lovina thanks to you. Got my hair shaped and loving it. Fantastic. Isn't it great? Oh. Lovina is great. Love her shop. Love her shop so much.
Okay. But she said she got her hair shaped.
She got her hair shaped, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's where I'm going right back on September 12th. Straight back to Lovina.
Zoe Miller said my curl mix flake was bomb. How did you apply it? And which one? Which flavor?
So Sarah Duggan, the Curl Mix Pineapple Leave-In and Custard was amazing. It was nice. It was nice. Would I pick it over their original line? Probably not. Because I mean, the original line
is flaxseed.
It's flaxseed. It's like it was like a totally different formula or something. So yeah. I still prefer the original line, which you can get any day of the week, anytime, any place.
Right.
Whereas that was just limited edition. They're doing something else next month. They showed today. It's like honey. It's a shampoo, a refresher spray, and a mud mask. Look cute. Look awesome. A mud mask
for the hair or the face?
Guys, mud mask for the hair or the face. I just saw the photo of it. Is it for the face or for the hair? Mud mask, probably for the
I don't know, because some people put mud in their hair too.
What is it?
Because you know, what was that kind of like that? Remember that Rasul Clay one, kind of like mud?
A lot of people say that about chromos. I've never had a problem with flaking. Neither have we. Neither have we. I know your hair has to be significantly wet to do it. Not saying it has to be soaking wet in the shower, but I mean it has to be wet when you apply it. It actually helps with application as well.
What order did you put the products in?
She said, I used the unscented line and I tried the reverse wash and go like Tay. I made sure my hair was soaking wet. Huh.
Maybe don't do the reverse wash and go because they kind of don't really promote it. And when they ask us to do videos, they ask us not to do it.
They say do it the curl mix method.
Yeah. So maybe just do it 1, 2, 3, 4 the way they say, because maybe when you put down that moisture first, the aloe moisture,
the avocado,
exactly. Then that probably puts more moisture in your hair, and it can probably receive the flaxseed gel better, so your hair won't flake. If you go right from your hair, just being like rinsed from conditioner, and then you put in the gel, there's nothing it can like kind of like cling to, kind of maybe. So I don't know. Even though when we first got onto Curl Mix, nothing else was made. No shampoo, no conditioner,
factuals,
no avocado.
Yeah,
it was just stone cold.
Just the gel. That was the rollout. When we first got onto them, the rollouts were the gels. Very first video we did was just the gels, and then they came up with the moisturizer and all that kind of stuff. But the gels are created to work by themselves. They should, so that shouldn't happen.
Oh, so see, someone named Nikisha Lopez said clay mask for hair with Rasul Clay. See, I love Rasul Clay.
Cool.
That's very good.
Do you still have your cartilage piercing?
I do, but I hope I do, because I took it out because, let me see, I think I saw the backing on the floor someplace. I don't remember why I took it out. And I keep meaning to put it back in, but I haven't. You said you don't think it will pulls that quickly, right? Yeah. But yeah, I definitely do have it. I hope. Because I wouldn't do it again But I liked it, so I don't know why I just keep forgetting to put it back in. It was there almost a year, maybe 2-3 months shy of a year. So hopefully I still can put the earring back in. Oh, poor little Jeremy. You looking for a man, girl? All right, so she wanted to know, did anybody have any advice in their 20s for dating? Let me see. Where was the original question? Anybody have any advice?
Don't settle.
Number 1. Does anyone have any dating tips for those in their early 20s? At Lori, at Tay, MADCURLS fam.
All right, girl. This is your moment.
Girl, do I look like I'm in my early 20s? Like you said, don't settle. And you seem like a kind of like a traditional girl, so I don't have to give you the lectures. But anyhow, as tactfully as I can say it, why buy the cow and get the milk for free? So like, just be careful in that department. If, as far as not you in particular, told Jeremy, but I'm saying just in general, like everybody just not be so quick to do all of that until we see what their intentions are, what you're working with. As far as intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said in her 20s or she early 20s?
Early 20s.
Early 20s?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel dating in my early 20s is different now dating in my later 20s. Like right now, like I'm looking for things like people's futures, like what they want for the future, kids,
the
careers.
mindset,
like I'm looking different stuff than I feel like when I was looking in my early 20s.
Yeah. The mindset is very different, and having raised kids and seeing the mindset nowadays, I have to say, if I can, is it millennials we're dealing with here? No, because Adam's not a millennial, so that would be Adam's early 20s, right?
He's Gen X.
Yeah.
Gen X?
Yeah, that's a whole nother ballgame. There's like manuals on how to deal with millennials, and I think they need to be a manual.
There's a Are there manuals? Because people get Gen X and millennials mixed up. Millennials are nothing like Gen X. Gen X is crazy, yeah. And millennials, we're not that. I don't think we're that crazy.
I think I'm Gen X.
Okay, then what is the one? Gen Z. Gen Z.
Yeah.
Gen Z is the crazy ones. And then people people throw Gen Z and millennials in together, and we're not the same. We're not the same.
And living in the house with those two gens, they really are. There's a distinct difference. It's kind of subtle, sometimes kind of not. But you and Spencer and Adam are two entirely different ball games. There's a slight distinction, and I guess you wouldn't be able to see it unless like you have both generations in the house, and I do, and I can definitely see the slight distinction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like what somebody said. She said, I forget where it was, but she said, like, if a man likes you, you'll know. Like, oh, there it is. If he likes you, you'll know. A man will never leave you confused. I like that too. Yeah. No games. Like,
Yeah, there's no time for games. Like, I don't care for games. Be a man. Step up to the plate. State your intentions.
She said, I'm 21. Okay.
Okay, so that's Adam.
Yeah, that's so okay. Definitely know what you want and don't settle.
Yeah.
Don't give wiggle room like you're 21, you're young. Like, maybe I'll let this go or let that go. Like, know what you want and stick to it, because there's going to be somebody who is going to be exactly what you want. You won't have to give in certain areas if you don't want to. Like, we call them like the hills we're dying on. There's certain hills we're dying. You have to die on every single hill. But if you have things that you are just adamant about, for a fact, like say you don't want to date somebody who smokes, you don't want somebody that smokes, and that's just that. If you meet a nice guy but he smokes cigarettes, but if you're like, do you want to give? You don't want somebody. So you have wiggle room to kind of decide what hills you want to die on and which ones you don't. But you're 21, you're young, so
no pressure. So don't let them pressure you into what they consider what's good. Like, don't let them run the show in the relationship. And especially like early on, having them mold you, like you come in like one way and then they kind of influence, unless it's a way that you want to be influenced. If you want to like change in that way, that's fine, but don't be guilted into anything. Oh, that's right.
Can you block the stairs so he doesn't go up the stairs?
Where do you think he was?
What'd you say?
Don't rush into a relationship. That's a good one too. It's good to kind of, be friends first, get to know each other, and that's always nice.
Let me see. Does anyone have any tips for shedding? God knows our hair has done its share of shedding.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're coming away from a hot, scorching summer where our hair could have been dried and shed more. Your hair could be kind of like growing. Like hair goes through different phases, and like there's like a latent, like I'm a scientist. There's like a latent phase, and then there's like kind of like an active phase. I think kind of where your hair might shed more. It seems like it'll never stop shedding, but it does eventually stop. But what would a tip be?
Well, our hair when
I'm taking vitamins.
yeah,
Number one.
Yeah, I was gonna say our hair when it shed, we started taking Curlsmith vitamins, and that helped a lot. But yeah, like you said, there's a lot of different reasons why your hair could be why hair sheds. Like for example, my hair would shed sometimes when I was like extremely stressed out. My hair would shed. A bad dose of highlights caused our hair to shed. Sometimes, if like I'm protein sensitive, if I have too much protein in a product, my hair could get protein overload and it could shed.
You have to find out the cause.
Yeah.
If it's medical, that's one thing. If it's something that that we did ourselves, highlights. I wouldn't say chemicals. We don't put chemicals, but maybe heat or something. Like we don't do heat anymore. But like I'm just giving ideas of things that could possibly be other than say medical. Whatever happens to me, it has to do probably with some medication I had to take for my illness.
Yeah.
So and it's depressing at that point because I have no control over it. You have to take it.
Leah, yes, that too. When my hair was shedding a lot, I actually went and got blood work to see if my iron was low, and she said it was a little bit low, but nothing alarming. But no, that's another thing. You could definitely, if it's like excessive, some lab work would probably be a good idea. To kind of see if it's anything internal. But yeah, I saw somebody say vitamins and lots of treatments. I second that motion. Yeah. And we recommend the Curlsmith vitamins. We have videos on it when we started 3 months. I think we did 6 months or 9 months. And kind of showed you guys the journey of our hair with that. Highly recommend.
We have videos also explaining that journey, right? Like kind of like in one video, but then you can kind of see the progression of either the loss or the gain after we took the vitamins. You can kind of see, because people like make a point to say now that my hair looks like it's growing and all that, because there was a point where my hair looked much shorter. I would say like take it back maybe 6 months in videos. Definitely like last year, almost last November, right? Were we doing videos like
all 2019? We said our hair was on the way down. It was pretty bad, and then by October, I think 2019, we started taking the Curlsmith vitamins, and I remember by like January, February, my hair looked good. It looked good, but then it started going back in the other direction again because I think for me it was just it was, I think it was the highlights. I don't know. My hair was too far gone. It was too far gone, and so it had to be cut.
Yeah, somebody named Lori. The moisture overload can cause shedding.
Yes, that too.
Because your hair gets kind of like mushy feeling. That's lovely art said, I'm here for Flav. We had to be talking crazy at times.
What's a good protein deep conditioner? The MICHE one. The MICHE one is a good one. So there are like different levels. We have a video on it too, our favorite protein deep conditioners. We talk about the levels because there's like light protein treatments, and then there's like reconstructors like the AphoG for like extremeness. Your hair's falling out. It's a reconstructor. They're heavy duty protein treatments.
If you're not afraid to do AphoG, and I never was, I was first introduced to AphoG years ago after I had Spencer and my hair was falling out. And at the time, my sister-in-law told me about AphoG. And I didn't have any fear or any instructions. I had to do it through my hair stylist. Recently, I'd say within the last maybe 4 or 5 years since I've been on this channel, people are like, oh my God, I'm afraid to do it. Like, you can't do that without a stylist. But when I had Spencer, and Spencer's 28, so 28 years ago, I didn't know any better. I was told that. I went to the beauty supply store, got it, and have really been doing it for the last 28 years, on and off, and things happen. When you were in high school and you were having problems with your hair, slap that right in your hair with no
But it wasn't a miracle worker for me. It stopped the shedding. It did stop the shedding because what happened? Oh, I got a perm, and I think I got a perm, then dyed my hair a week later, and my hair fell out. Perm, dyed it, straightened it, fell out. That's what happened. Permed it, dyed it black, went to somebody's 16th birthday party, straightened it. Bye. It all fell out in the shower.
It really did.
And my hair was
no exaggeration.
My hair was long. It was long, but it was very stringy because I relaxed. Basically, I don't say like it wasn't really a perm. It was more like a texturizer for me. It was a relaxer, but I left it in more like a texturizer, so it like just
Doggy.
loosened my curl texture a little bit, but it was very long and stringy, always hard with gel and just busted. But yeah, relaxed it, dyed it, straightened it,
but
hair fell out.
AfroG was a miracle worker for me, and as a matter of fact, I have to do it tomorrow. It's another 6 weeks. I do it every 6 weeks, and I have been since when?
Oh my gosh, like months ago?
Yeah, I have been doing it probably.
You're very consistent.
I am. Maybe since the beginning of the year, maybe? I don't know, but I definitely have been doing it every 6 weeks, just for that little extra added. And maybe my hair was like picking up a little bit of that shedding more so than I would have liked. And so I just said, it can't hurt, because it definitely doesn't hurt my hair, so I love AfroG. And I even started doing the simple one. Like I used to do this whole watery one and pour it in my hair and then like bake it in. You have to put a dryer on it, I guess, to get the protein molecules, whatever. Your hair gets hard as a rock, and then you have to rinse it out. Worked like a charm. Then when we went to New York Fashion Week one time, they gave us like the little kind of easy kits, like the little, it's not starter kits, but they simplified it.
Yeah, it's not as intense.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you literally can shampoo your hair and put it in and like rinse it out. You don't have to bake it in and all of that. And I really kind of hesitated about it. I think I spoke about it on live, that I didn't trust it. I didn't think it was going to be as good and as effective. Yes, it is. It's just as effective and much easier. So I did that, but I still had some left over of the old one. So like the watery one. So I put that in my hair. But yep, I've been doing it every 6 weeks. My hair definitely can tolerate protein, because even like in between the 6 weeks, I still kind of like do whatever brand has protein conditioners out there, because my hair just loves protein. But if you're not afraid to do it, try AfroG, definitely. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Is your mom, mother? Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Doggy has to go to the bathroom. He's doing little motions, so I have to arrange for him to go to the facilities.
To arrange his outing?
Yes.
I wonder, I think, it could be Leah Butler maybe change of season. But she's like, can the weather, as in high temperatures, humidity, dry air, have anything to do with excessive shedding? I think probably change of weather, like drastic changes maybe. I don't
like from like hot to cold or cold to hot.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say no. I want to say yes. I don't know if excessive humidity, because God knows we have high heat and excessive humidity here. Not necessarily dry air. We have definitely a lot of humidity here.
It's humid.
Oh, so Jeremy suggests to send us a picture of her first wash and go.
Ooh.
Definitely.
See, looking at my curls up here, they're like shiny and flourishing. All right, Mayo. Okay. Even though, guys, is Mayo canceled? Are we canceling Mayo? Do we cancel anybody? Does anybody really get canceled?
I know, that's what they said.
Does anybody really get canceled? Are y'all still using Mayo?
I mean, you have to all be on the same wavelength, and when you cancel, just like you don't speak of the person, you don't allude to it, you don't buy, you don't support, you don't do anything. And they say it gets messy because people are going this way, we all speak a good game, but then basically people are still supportive, people still buying, people still doing things. So does anybody really get canceled?
I don't think anybody really gets canceled. I don't think anybody really gets canceled. There's always somebody that's gonna keep supporting a person. I don't think anybody really gets canceled.
Mayo, what's the claim to fame? Is that the one with that woman?
Yeah, that's the one that called up the influencer about the bad review video or something.
Yeah.
And people were bad about it.
She was girl, you were appalled, and yet you have Mayo in your head.
Girl, I was appalled. I'm busted. I wish somebody would call over here. They get the right influencer over here. They get the right ones.
They get the right mother over here.
They get the right ones over here. We ain't the ones. And but yeah, no, I mean, busted. It's busted.
What I heard one time, like how and I definitely could speak about it because I like demand loyalty, so I'm not changing in that stance. But I did hear, and it kind of like touched my heart for a moment, but then it didn't. As quickly as it touched it, it didn't. Okay. But they say don't try to get everybody in on like your hate for a person or something. Like it's like, say if I don't like you, don't try to get whole lot of people not to like you. Like it was something between me and you. See, I struggle with that. I feel like either you're for me or you're against me. So if I don't like that person, you call yourself my friend. Like, what are you doing to hanging out with that person? I just cannot wrap my mind around that. So I have to say, I'm just saying what the girls are saying.
So what if you like get back in with that person though? Then like your friends have to get back in with that person too? Like it all becomes so
you have to go in
convoluted.
together. You have to go in together. You have to explain to the person that this person stood by you, very loyal, and so now if she accepts you back, then she's gonna have to accept your friend. If not, then we got to start the mess like all over again. So yeah, you go out together and you come back in together. Even though I do look harder on the person that wasn't minding their business and did go out with the person that was against me, because like, what did it have to do with you?
Unless they were being loyal to that person. So it's like do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
I see, girl. All right.
Exactly. Yeah.
See, Candy Cake's kind of early. TaylorAnne looks so gorgeous, and LoriAnne, of course.
Oh,
thank you. You know, I've been having so much fun playing with makeup. I have been getting like little makeup collabs and different things, which I'm excited. But the only thing is that I really struggle filming makeup videos. Filming hair videos is so easy. The camera's there, your head's here. You film a hair video. But filming makeup videos, I don't know how people do it. How they get such clean shots of their eyes and their face and just whatever. So I'm really trying to figure out, especially eyeshadow videos. How? What is the sorcery? And so many people do it. Like, how do they do it? I don't know how they do it. But this look tonight I filmed. I just kind of had the camera on while I was like doing it. I'm gonna just kind of look at the footage just to see my angles. Literally, like it's a 47-minute long clip.
Okay.
I just had the camera running just to see. You know, I know I was probably off camera and leaning in and doing busted stuff, but just to kind of see how I could learn how to film.
The new palette, was that the berry palette?
Yeah. So actually, the berry palette was the new one. The sweet pinks was the new one, but it made me want to. That one was too pink for this. I needed more berries and more like the darker pink colors.
Okay.
So I went with one of their other palettes, but yeah. Not to Simmons' tale, I don't wear makeup, but I love watching makeup videos. I'd watch yours.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I don't typically do this. Like I know, like tomorrow night, if it's a date night, like I'm not gonna be caked up like this at all. My makeup is typically pretty minimal, very minimal. But I do like to play around every now and then, and so tonight was one of those nights I felt like playing. Which is most of the times when I do play, when we used to do our different videos, I felt like I always had eyeshadow on and stuff. I would play around.
What we would do, what videos?
Our hair videos, like I would match my makeup to the products we were doing, and those were times to play. But on an everyday basis, I don't really wear eyeshadow. Although for work, I thought I might try, because that's about to be the only place they can see. Because I'm going to have a mask on, so maybe I can like do eyeshadow looks, because that's all people are going to be able to see.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it off and have like no foundation here, no bronzer, just chapstick, but have a dramatic eye.
Yeah, gotta make up, do with the eyes. And the learning curve.
Leah, you said, I think you ladies should have an Ask MADCURLS segment on your channel. Love your commentary. And Tay doing makeup videos reviews would be great. That we've heard that before. People want videos where like they send in questions, we just like answer a question on a video. Like in today's question that was sent in.
Know. See, girls, then we would struggle with content.
I know, but when we sit down to actually film something, I don't know, maybe it comes off better on a live. We're more relaxed and chill. But if we get dressed and sit down to film and answer a question, like I feel like we'll be all like busted. But I know, lives were more like
Simple Jeremy threw out that question about, you know, any tips on dating in the 20s. And that was like, we just kind of like off the cuff just answered. But if I had to set up a camera and say, you know, how do we always begin our videos, girl?
Hi, sunshine.
Yeah, you know, welcome back to our channel. Yeah. And you're like, okay, you take it from here. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, you guys know me as LoriAnne. Like, why would I have to say that? See, already it's awkward.
Yeah.
Already it's awkward.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to like have filler, like, guys, I don't think we'll do.
I don't know. And people have said like they want us to do a podcast. They love our commentary. I think it comes off so well because on lives and on videos we're just natural. But when it's something actually planned commentary, that's when it starts sounding awkward.
I know.
Someone actually, I guess we're going back through our old videos. I think she might be like a new subscriber, if she even subscribed, I don't even know. But she commented on a few of our videos like, you guys are so awkward. And we were so awkward back in the day. I think one of the ones was the Blueberry Bliss, the triple threat. We're like, triple threat! Oh my gosh. I think it was one of our first,
we tried too hard.
We tried way too hard. Oh my gosh. And the,
we acted like it was a production.
The Jane Carter one, like, Mom, products!
And I'm like, oh, wake up. I'm like, huh, this product?
We didn't know what to do. We were so new. And I was like, yeah, we probably are awkward because it is awkward because we were awkward. Like, we were fresh on the camera with each other.
I feel like Friday nights are just kind of like kicking back and we say what we say and You know, it's just like, you don't have to take anything seriously. It's our opinions. You guys have your opinions. But I feel like if we film a video, now it's all, and you know, down there for all to see. They're coming there. They're seeing the title. They're clicking on it because they're coming for some sort of advice. Whereas Friday nights to me is just like fly by night. Like, I don't know. I feel like when we make a video.
Yeah. So also, what if you don't know the questions in advance? So like, what people would send questions in, like say through like email or DMs, and then we would just pick one. Be like, okay, now we're getting ready to pick a question. We don't even know what the question is. Just open it and say, okay, so this question.
Oh my gosh.
And do it like that.
I don't know.
Because then the camera would roll. We would start and you'd be like, okay, cut.
I know, because don't forget you have the
ability to edit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we start messing up, and now the next time we do it, well, now we'll know the question.
Yeah, now
and
we know the
then
question.
you'll be able to see it because we'll be so fake. I'm like, hey, pull the question down from the email, and then you'll read it for the first time, and I'll go in like almost like too perfect. It won't seem like we didn't know the question.
Yeah. But I mean, we have to like get our lives together.
I know.
Like, why can't we sit down and answer a question?
I don't know. I appreciate that people have so much faith in us and our opinions and stuff. And I wish I had faith in myself and my opinions.
I know. I said we could probably be so great, but
I know.
We're just not.
I know we could be so much greater than what
we
we
could be
are.
so much greater than what we are.
We're just like way too laid back.
We're just so
like we
laid
kept
back.
saying that all week. We're like, we could be so much great. We could be so much great. As I was sitting there in pajamas at the kitchen sink, not bothered. I'm like, we need to be upstairs, have our butts in front of the camera filming, and just not made to be great.
We're just not. This is as great as we're gonna be.
This is great. As we're gonna be. What's that?
For now. This is a San Pellegrino
Is it sweet?
Clementina.
I've always seen that in the store. Is it? What is that? Because I got one. I think it was called. Was it limoncello? Is it by? I don't think it's by. Ooh, I hate this time of year. So these like
Little gnat things.
Gnat things.
Wanda, I know. I was going through our videos trying to get like just inspiration for what we should film, and just seeing the sheer amount of videos that we have, the different content, the remember the product stash chats where we used to sit in the morning just so casually and talk to you guys.
That's what I love the most.
Product stash chats, all the different brands that we have reviews on, refresher videos, night videos. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like we have so many videos. Like, what we need to promote our videos more. There's so many that are just hiding.
Let's see. Somebody named is it? All right, so you're gonna have to spell it phonetically so I can pronounce it correctly. Is it Katayana Dream? Said, hey, MADCURLS, how do you say your name? Spell it out the way like we were supposed to say it. Vanessa Bristow loves San Pellegrino. Our old videos are loved.
I was looking at our old stash videos and declutter. We had so many products, just made no sense.
I love the product stash chats.
Those were so chill. The product stash chats and what else? I don't know. We have like different what is it? We have different playlists, and so I was like looking at all the playlists, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have so much stuff here.
Is it a soda thing?
It is a soda.
It is.
Yeah.
Or is it kind of
It's
like
it's a sparkling beverage.
Is it sparkling like water? They add flavoring to it.
I don't know if it's water. Contains 16% juice.
Okay. Oh, thank you. So are we almost there? Kind of, sorta. We're almost at 30K. When do you think we'll get to 30K? By Christmas, maybe? I don't know.
30K, hopefully. Almost at 30K, yeah, just slowly chugging along.
I know. Tracy Ellis Ross is letting her hair go gray.
That's nice.
Okay.
I always said if I went gray, like if I started getting gray hairs, like I would let it go. Like this one YouTuber we love, she's Indian, Casual Beauty. Love watching her videos. I've been binge watching her videos for the past few days, even though I've been following her for years.
Yeah.
I'm just watching her videos and her makeup. I have to get back into watching makeup videos again. People who somebody like I could mimic their makeup. Like I'm not watching people doing crazy eye looks and eyeliners. I'm lashes. I'm not doing all that. So, but I love her makeup. Even her dramatic looks are something I feel that are doable.
Right.
But she's graying. She's 32 and she has a lot of gray hairs here and she covers them up. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know that. So
yes,
I feel like if I started graying, I would just let it go.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, you say that now, would you?
I would. I think I would be sticking with gray hair.
And at 28, 29?
Girl, if that's what the Lord wills.
Girl, you're saying that now. What you trying to put on a show for? I mean, I could see if you were my age. If I start going gray, I would just have to let it go because I think I could be sickening.
Baby, if I started going gray, would you still love me? Okay.
I thought he said Hell, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I could totally go.
Would you want her to do it, or would you want her to touch up?
You feel like I would look good with gray? Would you want it to be like natural, so just like let it grow out? Yeah.
I wouldn't talk shit.
Okay. He said he wouldn't talk to me like into like dyeing or anything.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
I feel like I would look good with gray hair if it started to grow out. But I mean, maybe there's like an awkward stage where it just starts to grow out and you have to wait till it fully like comes in.
Well,
So
is that called salt and pepper? I wonder.
I thought salt and pepper was when it's all throughout.
Okay, so what are you saying is gonna go gray?
No, like, cause it's gonna start in the roots. It's gonna be like gray and then like dark. It's gonna be like ombre, basically.
Well, as your hair grows, it grows out, so it does go all the way through, right?
Right, but how long is it gonna take?
I guess as long as like your hair grows.
See, Evelina said my mom went gray early. She loved her salt and pepper hair.
Okay.
Carrie says she's saying that now. I'm 39 and I hate my 3 gray hairs.
I know, like, I think I would, because I'm definitely at the age where I could. It probably would be an adjustment, but I would have to embrace it, because what else would I do? You know, because I think sometimes like the hair dye would be too harsh. You know, I mean, I'm still coming away from my bluing, and you said tonight when I sat down, you said my hair was green, still green.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. It never went. It kind of didn't go back to the copper, but I like the color turn. Hope it stays this way, because it never went quite back copper.
Keelamy says, I think gray curls are beautiful. My great aunts have like shoulder length gray curls and they're beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I've seen pictures of women who have gray natural hair and it's pretty.
I probably would cut mine down more tapered.
Yeah.
And let it. Yeah, I think
That
it would
would
overwhelm me.
sickening.
I think it would overwhelm me
That'd be
if I had it this length and then let it go gray. It'd just be a lot of hair. So it's
That's the
already
first
a
I
lot of
started
hair.
graying at 26. Kim
Okay.
Gregory, I do not want gray hair yet. Okay, so it's not for everybody. For some, it's not for others. But I mean, I think I would probably have to take it on a case by case basis if it ever started to come in. You know, take it from there. But I feel like I might be able to let it grow in. Maybe, perhaps, maybe.
Is it Candy Cakes said she messaged us and she wanted to know if we could try Dippity Doo girls with curls July.
I've never tried anything Dippity Doo.
Is it still hard to find? Because I know we used to see it every now and then in Marshalls. I don't know if it's still there or not.
Yeah, that's where I would see it. Yeah, Marshalls, TJ Maxx.
Oh, Ariel said, hi, it's been so long since I've made it to a live. Okay, welcome back.
Let's see.
Ooh, girl, wait, I know you're going to kill me.
Girl.
Hey, what color do you have on your eyes?
So I used the Juvia's Place, one of their mini palettes. It's the berries one. And I used 3 colors in there, like the pink color in there. There's like 2 dark colors. One is kind of like a darker berry color, and then one is like a really darker berry color. So I used like the really darker berry color in here and kind of ombre it in from like the super dark color to like the one that was like medium colored berry color, and then the lightest like pink one in there. None of the shimmers that I use. This inner quarter is a Maybelline highlighter. But
So,
that's it. Just 3 colors, just kind of darker and ombre them in, sort of.
Sybil Jeremy said, I have an idea. You guys should do a lot. I guess it must be like a typo.
A vlog?
A vlog of a mom and daughter day. Y'all dying to get me back out there. Go back to last week's video and I answered that question about whether LoriAnne was going to be dating or not.
Wait, she said a mother-daughter date.
Yeah.
A mom and daughter date, meaning me and you,
me
like
and you,
us.
or us go out with a man, or go out.
Probably like a mother and daughter date. We have a vlog like that. Remember we took them to Chinese
we go
restaurant with
to
us?
a
PF
dinner.
Chang's?
Or we go out to dinner.
Yeah.
Or go business lunch, or business
Like a
lunches
business
like that.
lunch, like that?
Or a date with men's, as my aunt would say, men's.
Thank you, Jen Loves No Polish. This is actually a dress. It's from Forever 21. It has like a, you guys see it? It has like a little ruche here, little ruchy ruche, little mini dress.
Oh, cute.
Little dressity dress. Guys, I'm so mad. I did some shopping back in May when the quarantine kind of, well, actually it hadn't just started, but I started doing some shopping, and I bought some stuff from Forever 21, and and the size was wrong, and I kept telling myself I'm going to return it, I'm going to return it, I'm going to return it, and I finally returned it last week, and they were like, it expired. Even with the extended like return policy now because of like the quarantine and everything, they were like, no, you still missed it. So basically just all the money down the drain, so I'm stuck with all these dresses that don't fit. And I was like, wow. And I kept telling myself to return it, return it, return it, and it took me like 2 or 3 months to return. I was so mad.
Okay, so she said dates with each other.
Oh.
Okay. All right, girl, where are you taking me?
Oh my god, I was getting ready to say, so where are you taking me?
Okay.
I want to take you to Bar Taco, girl.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely want to go to Bar Taco.
Okay, so I'm really showing up tonight like a bag of diamonds. Come on, show me milk. Thanks, guys.
Cute.
I do it for you. I keep being sent all this makeup. It's like, all right, I need to get down with these brushes, get down with this eyeshadow, so I don't get kicked off any PR lists. Like, I need to get down with this stuff. So, super exciting though. If you watch my IG story, I mentioned how KVD Vegan Beauty is going into Ulta, which is super exciting because I love their makeup. Their eyeliners are amazing. Actually, I'm wearing the foundation tonight, the Locket foundation, and the lip is Lolita, which is like one of their like most hyped up colors, and we had it so busted. I laid out all the basically like the products they sent me on my bed to kind of film like something for IG, and I went to talk about Lolita and it was missing, and I look around like, where's, I had to stop filming, so I was like, where is Lolita? And Doggy chewed on it, so like the lid of my brand new liquid lipstick is all chewed up because Doggy chewed on it, and I'm like, come on, but a chewed up lipstick still works.
And we used to look at beauty gurus, like there was one Manny MUA, and he was like, let his little dog like destroy like expensive PR that would come, and we were just like, oh my god, you're one of those. Yeah. That let your dog get the PR.
I threw him like one of like the boxes like that I think I threw him like the shade in like the contour palette, like the box it came in. It was like a little like paper box. I'm like, here, let him like crunch on that for a second, and he got bored of that and went for a lipstick. And so when I actually started filming like my IG story, and I'm like, you know, my favorite lipstick, I was like, Lolita. And I'm like, wait. I'm like, where's Lolita? Where's Lolita? I'm like, where is it? And I had to like stop, cut the video, and like do it again. And I'm like, where is it? And then I saw Doggy had it, and I was like, are you serious? And the whole top, the black part was all like chewed up. And I was just like, come on.
He chewed that conditioner bottle of mine the other day. Remember the time I got my hair, was it highlighted? And I was talking to all those products that still to this day I have not used. And like basically $100 worth of products from the salon, and I think it was like the conditioner bottle. I think there was a primer, conditioner, shampoo, and something else. And I saw it was just sitting on the bathroom counter, just all casually. Somebody must have pulled it out of his mouth. He can destroy some things.
Oh yeah, yeah. He chewed that up. He also chewed up, I think, an Alikay Naturals pump, something that had a pump on it. I think it was the Dulce.
Oh, did he?
He chewed that up a little bit. Not as bad as the one on the counter. Okay. But yeah, no, busted.
Yeah. So did you a thickening look with the KVD line?
Well, I dibbled and dabbled in some of their products. I want to do something with the liners. I've been kind of watching videos, you know, so I can master my wing liner, this and that. Yeah, because I have to. Since I'm an Ulta ambassador, I have to promote like them going into Ulta, and so I have to do an IG post, and they want a makeup post, and so it has to fit like the KVD brand. Between I think the 23rd and the 28th, but it has to fit the brand, and like their brand is like, you know, tattoos and this and that, and just very like loud makeup and colors, and so I'm like, I'm dibbling and dabbling and looking at photos and trying to get inspo on how I can.
It is like
the
that.
eyeliners.
I know, why do I always like it?
Because it's good. It's pigmented.
Yeah, it is.
Dumb pigmented. And the foundation is on my face right now. Isn't it like flawless? Oh. They sent me the right color.
Used the foundation.
And it's a neutral. It's a neutral with a yellow undertone. And it's the only one that's a neutral with a yellow undertone. Everything else has warm undertones, which are very, like, they're pink. And I have a yellow undertone.
Warm is pink?
Yeah, like the warms, like nothing really said golden. I'm like a golden undertone. And warm and golden are two different things. Okay. In some cases, I think it varies from brand to brand, but they sent me the one that was like medium was like a medium neutral with a yellow undertone, and it was spot on. Okay. And it wouldn't have been the one I would have picked for myself. I probably would have picked one of like the ones that said warm or golden or whatever. Yeah. I wouldn't have picked the yellow, but the yellow one was spot on.
Yeah. So yeah, because I used to like that Shade and Light palette, that kind of like that contour palette. Definitely the eyeshadows. I never did like definitely the liquid lips. You love that Lolita. Or I had like that little pot, that Lolita that did everything, eyes, lips,
Yeah, I was
cheeks.
gonna say, didn't they have a blush?
No, it was kind of like an all-in-one kind of a thing. Eyes, lips, cheeks. Was it lips? No, I think eyes and cheeks.
Film Zero Paul says Mommy Dearest is on. It's a good movie.
Who said that?
No wire hangers ever. Yeah, so about foundation that doesn't transfer, did anybody answer that? It's a light foundation, doesn't really transfer. Is it possible to have a foundation that doesn't transfer on your mask? Your mask is like rubbing back and forth across your face. Like I don't see myself wearing foundation. I'll probably put a little bit of bronze, except during lunch I'll take it off and people will probably think I look crazy. Maybe they'll laugh.
So
then I'll have bronzer up here and eyeshadow here, and then like all of this will be plain.
It would kind of like right here, it would be like pale, like kind of like the way a dog, like, you know, we draw a picture of a dog, like
Yeah.
all furry and brown here, and then he had like
It's like
the
a
little
white, yeah, basically.
Girl, you would look crazy if
I'll
you
probably
did
put a
that.
little bit of concealer, but everything else is gonna be like not like because you know when you put foundation and stuff on, it evens off your skin tone, so my skin tone will not look even. It'll just be like, that's probably exactly what I'm going to do, and not be
what
bothered.
foundation was for. My mother never, ever, ever, almost like biblically, didn't like, not like spiritually, but she just never touched foundation. So growing up, I had no clue what foundation was, and though I definitely was a makeup girl all through my 20s and 30s and 40s, all that, I always wore makeup. I never started off with foundation. Thank God I got onto it and I found it. Because it definitely can help a little bit.
But things can get carried away, like when, especially like the KVD one, the locket. That's pretty heavy duty. So I think it like covers up tattoos and stuff like that. Like, it's pretty heavy duty. Like the MAC ones are pretty heavy duty.
It depends on which kind you get, though, right?
Yeah, but you have to use a light hand. Like I had a beauty blender and I did like one, like barely a full pump, barely, and I was just like patting it in because
barely a full pump.
Barely a full pump. Barely a full pump.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's heavy duty. It's coverage. It is coverage.
What's it called? Locket foundation.
The Locket foundation. But and my skin doesn't have a lot of like issues. I just kind of like to even it out. But yeah, I almost didn't need concealer.
Yeah, I heard
so much.
And I've been taking that advice lately, that if you have good skin, then enhance it and don't put foundation over those areas. So only put foundation on areas like kind of like where you need help. But if your skin can pretty much go like areas like I don't need to cover up my whole face, so I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna stop putting it all on my forehead. I'm gonna stop putting it all over my cheeks.
I stopped
like
that too. I don't put it on my forehead.
It's just too much, you know. So I just kind of just cover up areas like I have maybe some age spots here on the cheeks.
Yeah.
Even things off. But she said whatever areas of your face you have good skin, then let the skin shine through, and then kind of like cater the foundation to the rest of the skin that needs help, but do not put all over your face. And definitely that's
especially since I put like highlighter here to highlight this part and bronzer here. I don't put foundation down because I have like little like forehead lines, and I used to find that the foundation was like seeping into the lines, and it would just be like you could really see the lines on my forehead. Yeah. So I stopped putting foundation on my forehead.
And another thing I'm gonna stop doing is putting foundation all over and then putting concealer on top of that, because it's just layers and layers and it's aging me. So I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna leave that blank just for a little bit of concealer, but not putting foundation first and then the concealer. Too much cake.
Millie Roman said in Disney, cast members have to wear masks and shield in many roles, so their tans are looking crazy if they work outside. Thank God I work indoors. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can imagine you're working outside and you have to wear a mask. Oh my gosh.
Oh, do you work at Disney?
Or when I wanted to go to Disney University.
Wow. Sarah Fan 15 said she's fashionably late. Okay, we'll go with that one.
Quarantine has helped me focus on skincare over makeup. I've been able to clear my skin. Absolutely.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm just starting to kind of like really wear makeup again. For months, I was not wearing makeup at all. And you're most likely like finna catch me on like IG stories, whatever, with no makeup on. I never wear makeup, really. I mean, now that I'm going back to work, I'll be putting more on my face. But all summer long, before that, there was no reason to. And even the thought of like, okay, I have to film a makeup video. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, because I don't want to get out of bed and put on a full face of makeup just to take it off. Like, I don't feel like doing that, and so I need to push myself to do that, because I guess that's what you have to do. But I'm like, for why? For what? but I did an IG post on it. Folane, their products are like 100% clean. Their cleanser,
I've seen that in the bathroom.
their charcoal
Mhm.
cleanser, their mattifying moisturizer, their eye cream, their blemish, their spot treatment. I love Folane, so good,
Yeah.
so good. It's had my skin nice and clear.
Toradle 3 said, I have been using charcoal products on my skin, and they are amazing. Yes, I've used charcoal products from time to time. What have we had in this house that was charcoal?
The Folane cleanser is charcoal.
Oh, is it?
Has activated charcoal in it.
Okay.
Love
I don't
it.
think what we had in here as far as skincare. But yeah, Natalie said that Mary Kay is hard. It's not as easily accessible. Yeah. I don't know about their skincare line. I know they've been around for years. I kind of only knew Mary Kay for makeup. Do they do skincare?
LoriAnne, what do you recommend for someone trying to get into acids and retinol?
I would definitely go slow. I personally didn't because I don't think we were cautious back when the kind of like things came out. Like I always go, y'all don't know nothing about me. I go like whole hog into everything. Okay, I just dive right in. But I would definitely say go slow. And then you kind of have to know what it's for. Like I didn't know. I think you're learning also. But there's different kinds. There's glycolic acid. Then you're saying that there was another one that
It was like
Mandelic.
Mandelic.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. Is
Something.
it Mandelic?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna say it. But they said it was like better. I think they said like something in it was the molecules were smaller or something. They weren't as big as glycolic. Because I got glycolic acid and it was a lot for my face by the Ordinary. And then you guys said to switch over to the the Mandelic acid. That which is still pretty intense. I mix it with a moisturizer. I don't put it straight on my face. I mix it with the moisturizer. It's not like a tone. Is it? I don't know. It's not like a toner.
Is that something that you could leave on like overnight? Like when do they suggest you use that? I never heard of that one. And like glycolic.
They said it's like glycolic, but the molecules are smaller, so it's not as intense. Like I guess if you have sensitive skin, and I was fine. But unless I was doing glycolic, I was like toning my skin with glycolic acid every night, and by like the third night, my skin started burning. Like it was too much. I even heard that you're not supposed to use eye cream every night. I heard that too. You're not supposed to use eye cream every night, so I do eye cream every other night.
Why?
Malic?
Some people have.
Is it malic acid?
No, I think it's
something
Mandelic. I think.
Mandelic?
I don't know if we're pronouncing it right, but it seems like it's spelled MANDOLEIC. Something I don't know. But then there's lactic, which is almost like to me like milk-based, milk-derived.
There's
like
hyaluronic, which people have been using a lot in hair care and skin care, which it's basically just like super moisturizing. It's supposed to be like a moisturizer.
But it's not in the same category as glycolic and mandelic and lactic. Those are kind of like exfoliants, I think, whereas hyaluronic is for moisturizing. There's a gazillion acids out there. But those three that I just named, they're talking about the exfoliation. Like the glycolic is very exfoliating, I guess they're saying, too harsh, so they told you to use the other one. But those are for exfoliating purposes. But yeah, there's so many things. There's
Mandelic. There it is.
Mandelic, okay.
Mandelic acid. Yeah.
Niacinamide or something. That's for brightening. I mean, there's so many serums out there. I mean, it's like almost like a cocktail at night, just like because I get so excited with products. I'm just like lathering it on and pouring it. But you really kind of have to know what you're doing.
Dana Higgins says, I just discovered your channel and am obsessed. I'm in my 50s, have a 26-year-old daughter who lives across the country. Watching YouTube makes me feel like she and I are hanging out. Love your videos. Thank you so much for watching. Oh my gosh, that's like spot on. Because you're what? You're 53?
I'm 53.
53.
Yeah.
I'm 27. So,
where
so
did you see the comment? Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Diana Higgins. Okay.
So cool. Welcome.
Hannah said, will you be trying Fenty Skin?
No.
Probably not, and I'm not, like, don't go by me, all right? I'm just very particular about the skincare that I use, and I don't know them for skincare at this point.
Yeah.
And I cannot start, like, a whole nother regimen. You know, I have so many things upstairs that I have to kind of, like, get rid of and go through, and I don't want to start, like, a whole nother. Like, I even saw the other day I was in the pharmacy, and I saw Olay, I think it's at 24. There's like a retinol now, and I picked it up and I read it on the back. So like vitamin B and retinol, and so I don't know how much retinol is really in there. I was watching a show. Oh, you were saying Kosho
Beauty.
for the makeup. Yeah,
Mhm.
she had a doctor on there, a dermatologist, and it was explaining, and it was just like mind blowing. It was too much to try to take in. But what I did learn is that the retinol, like the lower the number, the better it is. And I would think like the higher the number, like 1% retinol, like you don't need all that. They said almost like a 0.1% is better or something. I don't know. I don't understand it. But the only brand that makes it was, I think there's one brand that you can't really get, but then she said the Ordinary has a comparable one, like 0.2% or something. But of course, it's always sold out. I couldn't get it. But I didn't know that because I use Drunk Elephant and I use Sunday Riley, and I'm thinking I'm using something and they're like 1%, but maybe it's too much. I don't know enough about it. I just know, oops, did I go check the table? I just know that I use it and I feel like it works for me. I don't know if it works. I feel like it does.
This liquid lipstick is so comfortable.
Which one?
This KBB Beauty one.
Is that
This Lolita? It's so
Oh.
comfortable. I just noticed.
Is it a new formula?
I don't know. I don't remember like sticking like this back in the day. This is so comfy. I love a good comfortable liquid lipstick. That
Wow.
doesn't
Okay,
budge.
I'll try not to laugh. Is it Carrie Cardenia? So don't laugh, but I still like Ambi since I was 26. Ambi. Oh my gosh. I remember Ambi.
Remember Noxzema?
Yes, I thought about getting a jar the other day.
What's
I
it
said,
for?
let me go back to old school. You know what? I don't know. All I know is that
What's
my mother has
Noxzema
beautiful
for?
skin, and my mother used it 4 years. My mother, she'll have things when I like bring them over and introduce them to her, but she just sticks to what she knows, and it works for her. Okay, and it works for her. So I was thinking that Gam's always just sitting there, like dipping her washcloth in the Noxzema and putting it all on her face, no reason or rhyme, nothing, and she got fabulous skin.
Probably less is more in all areas. In skin, in hair. We all be doing too much. That's why hair's falling out, skin's breaking out. Like we
Yeah.
be trying to do stuff to be like proactive so stuff doesn't happen, and we're
Yeah.
causing stuff to happen because we're doing too much. Like back when we first went natural, we weren't deep conditioning, we weren't doing nothing.
No.
And my hair looked fantastic. Now, like, you know, all these products, all these deep conditioners, and just all these treatments and extra stuff, and our hair looking no better for it, really.
That's what I was saying.
TBH.
I remember when I got into tea tree oil. I'm laughing because I'm thinking of the memory of it. It's too much. Like I always say, I overdo everything. I just don't know how to. I don't know when to hold and when to fold. So I like spot treated. I might have a blemish here or there, and it worked like almost like overnight. So I liked it. And then the next time, like another blemish came out, and I would spot treat that one. And then I was like, I'm liking this up. By the third night, I was pouring it into my hands, mixing it in my moisturizer, and putting it all over my face, including eyelids. Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about the tea tree oil?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the whole room smelled like liniment oil. Like I sounded like my old great uncle. Okay, it smelled horrible, and I was okay with it. Okay, my face was a little bit of redness, but I figured okay, it was activating, and my skin wasn't really used to it, but it would be okay in the morning. The next morning, I could barely open my
your
eyes.
skin was like leather.
It was like leather. I mean, I could do all the rinsing off of the product I wanted to. It had already like burned my skin. I mean, then it got really hard. Like leather hadn't even begun to describe it. Like within the next 3 or 4 days, it got even harder. And then it kind of got brown and hard.
And it was all here. And I think we had to film a YouTube video. I wonder if we ever went through with it.
Was I?
Girl, no, we were on the channel,
Okay.
and your
Yeah, probably was trying to get better, like better skin or something.
your
overdoing
neck
it.
and everything looked insane.
Yeah.
It was all here, all your neck, all your face, and I'm over
Yeah.
here laughing because it's funny because she's so extra, and I tell her about her extraness all the time, and she don't want to listen. And it was just, I'm like, look at you, just look at you. Like you went overboard again.
To this day, I just have an aversion, even the smell of it. I just can't because it always brings back.
Tea tree
that
is so
horrible
strong.
memory.
I spot it when I have when I have pimples and they come to like a whitehead. I pop the whitehead and put it right on there, and
Dougie.
it cleans it out and gets rid of it. He has a toy.
Okay.
He
Wow.
playing with your toy.
I know. Okay, sorry, you've been falsely accused.
Sometimes he'll be cool too quiet. I'm like, Doggy, what are you doing? And like he's just laying on the couch. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I thought you were doing.
I know.
I'm just checking.
Because 9 times out of 10.
He's doing something he's not supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm. I know. It does hurt, right, Ruby? Oh my gosh. It was horrible. It was awful.
Yo, I started using Urban Hydration a month ago, and I love it. Their hair stuff, I actually just dug some out of the box in the porch, some Urban Hydration, to try there. I think it's like their coconut styling cream and their Jamaican black castor oil, their gel. I dug some Urban Hydration out. Love their honey line.
She said it was such a good spell across the room. I know it. Yeah, I just reeked that night with the tea tree, but I felt like it was really doing something. What possessed me to pour it in to my moisturizer and put it all over my face?
You did it one night?
Back when I did it that one time.
You did it just one night?
No, of course not. Because the first, so maybe I fast forward the story. So the first night I saw the redness until I woke up the next morning and I squeaked by. Okay, my face was still extremely red, but I was okay with that because I figured it was like something new I'd done. So I think even during the day, the next morning, I used it like morning and night, like it was like my new regimen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next morning I did it, still baking on my face. Then that night, and then I put makeup on and all that, and then that night, wash my face. But back then, moisturizer.
Okay. So you overdid it because I'm thinking now when I have really bad breakouts like all over, I will pump some moisturizer and do like drop of tea tree, rub it and put it all over. But I don't do it for multiple nights.
You don't do it on your eyelids though, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I do it like here on my forehead and basically just this. I break out mostly on my face, like here on my chin. I have a little one. It's like kind of risen. A little pimple coming through.
Okay, and then one more step I think I did. That might be okay because you're almost diluting it. I think what I did was use it as a toner. Okay, so first I sprinkled it in cotton ball and first put that all over my face, and then went in with my concoction. So yeah, so now
I was gonna say I would add like a drop or two to my moisturizer, my acne moisturizer, and like go like that if I have really bad breakouts. But
it gets worse.
You're using it as a toner, like okay. Thank you, Chloe. My eyeshadow is Juvia's Place. It's their mini palette, their berries one. Because they have a few ones. They have the chocolate, they have the pinks, they have the nudes, they have the taupes. So I did the berries one, and it's the pink color. It's kind of like ombre out the pink color in the palette, and then like kind of like the berry colored one, and then like the deep berry colored one. But all the eyeshadows I used are straight in that palette. Great palette. Check out their other colors. Really good, really pigmented, not sponsored. Black owned brands.
Okay, any black skincare shops? Looking for a good black skincare shop. Natalia, is it? Says Jasmine says hi, everyone.
Looks like we need to wear some Team Too Much shirts.
I know.
It's beautiful. You look fine, girl. Thank you. Try to get a little dress for you guys. A little dressity dress.
Oh, that's sweet. Girl, they said we look making it. They look good.
Thank you, Jasmine. Alright, y'all hyping me up tonight. I need to go to bed. Let me stop.
Ambi. We got Ambi back in the comments. Ambi is black owned.
Okay. Urban Skin RX is really great for melanin, but is it black owned?
You know what we got? Did you read the email the other day from Naturally 85 that said that they were coming out with something new, and she showed like the top of the container, and she said she was excited for us to see it. She wasn't offered to send it though, but she was just saying that. So she was like giving us the heads up that it was something.
Girl, it was probably like a bulk email.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm saying that, but I'm still saying that though it was bulk. We still got it.
Wait.
Okay. We still got the email.
Oh, we did. We did.
Yeah.
Is that that's because we bought melanin, right? We only bought, which I saw out on the porch. It was melanin cream was still out there. We never got the leave-in, but
no, we never got the leave-in.
We never got the
and who gifted us? It was Curly guy that gifted us.
Well, he paid for the shipping, so I was like, I don't want to pay $10 for shipping.
He said it was so good, he really wanted us to do it.
I don't want to pay $10 for shipping.
So, girl, you always so want to say something about somebody. You're like, I'm not the bulk email. Duh, I knew that.
Oh,
the
girl.
bulk email. I didn't think she was just strictly sending it to us. And why would she not if she did? But I'm just saying that I thought that the email was going to say, could she send it to us? But it didn't. It was just like giving us a heads up that something's coming out.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I see, girl.
Why can I say that? Because the beehive's going to come after me?
Girl, she doesn't have a beehive.
Okay. Gosh, I can't ever say anything on Friday Night Live because everybody got fandoms and fans and stands. I can't. My mom be careful because this one's going to come after you and they're standing. Like, girl, come for me. All
girl,
right?
them coming for you was coming for me and my nerves can't take it, girl.
Girl, who coming for me, girl?
Don't say it while you pick your hair. You're so busted. Don't bust it.
Like 70s.
You think everybody has a beehive? The beehive is just for Beyonce.
They were just like kind of like they're afro would like hold a pit.
Oh my gosh, please don't.
Now who coming for me? All right.
She's so busted.
Yeah. So all right. So today I added one more layer, and so now it's very, very tight. And throughout, so it was. This is like I said, what, day 5, day 6, and then today I added as a topper, which I probably didn't need because it's extra tight now and extra dense and big. I did curls in a bottle on top because I'm extra. So that's a
Girl,
little
that should be a
tight.
next shirt, ain't skirt.
Ain't skirt, right?
Ain't skirt. Mine would say skirt. Yours would say ain't skirt.
I know,
Are you
baby.
team skirt or team ain't skirt?
I know, you guys team skirt or team ain't skirt.
Maybe I'm just team like not rock the boat. Like I just rather. Faith Bland, no, this is actually a dress from Forever 21. I did not dye this myself. I bought it like this. It's a dress.
Oh, how funny. Carrie Cardini said her 5-year-old's been walking around with her pattern pick in her head. In his head. Okay, so Keelammy said your highlights look more neutral now. Not as cool green and blue. Also, y'all will sit and let me sit up here.
It's the light.
And it was.
It's the light. Don't let the light fool you.
Yes, no, the light's not fully. It is. You can see.
Girl, I told you when you sat down that your hair still looked blue and green. That's exactly what I said. I
I know
said,
you did
but at
say
least
it.
it doesn't look brassy. At least it's not red,
Mhm.
but it's still green. They're still green.
Well, like where?
Girl, like here. This is green.
Where?
These are green, girl. Maybe up here it's more, but oh my god, and like back here, all of this is like a hue. It's like there's like
Really?
there's like a hue of
Like,
green.
show. Is it really?
They can't tell. They can't
It doesn't
tell from the light
translate
because
well.
it's right under this warm light.
Okay.
But no, like there's hairs.
I
Like,
bet I gotta wear that
this
copper.
is green though.
But the copper's
I was
gone.
wondering if it's the light. It's the light. It's the light though.
No, because in person my hair does not look like that bad. So yeah, so I would just probably just stick with just the mixed tricks. I wouldn't probably top it off.
So I said, Tay, when are we gonna see your hair slick down? When I can get it to slick. Sometimes like when I put a deep conditioner in, I'll like slick it down,
Mhm.
but it doesn't stay slick. So it slicks and then it like curls out. It's like flip. It like flips out. It won't stay slick. It doesn't slick at all. My hair is very curly. It will not slick at all.
Oh, so see, Jasmine said, Tay, one question I have for you is, have you had any moments thus far where you're over your cut? See, I said that was like a good topic. I said about a video, like what you learned, what you could share now, like what, a month or 2 into the haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were gonna do a video about that. You know.
But the
Are you
short
ever over
answer
it?
to that is no. Even like going back through like pictures, like I appreciate my long hair and I'm like, oh, like this is pretty, but like I had it for years. I love the new haircut. I love it short.
Yeah.
Really do love it short. Still no regrets. No ever wanting, oh, I wish I had my long hair back. None of that.
Mm-mm.
I really enjoy my hair now. Really like it.
Okay, so I love when you guys had those blonde highlights or when your hair was super dark. Yeah, like we're coming away from them blonde highlights now, I think. I think when they were ashy blonde, they were cute, but then we overdid it. Again, another example of overdoing it, especially on my end. That's why they end up turning copper. And then you did the full slab at my expense. However, but then like I didn't know at the time, and I often say I didn't know that highlights have to keep being refreshed, or maybe even like just keeping toned. So like we'll get them, and they're very expensive, and then like we were doing all these tutorials and filming, and our hair was getting more and more and more brassy, shedding, copper. I mean, it was too much. It was too many highlights for the kind of job that we have of filming tutorials and wetting our hair all the time. So and then we weren't getting them redone or touched up or retoned, so they were just getting more and more copper. And when our hair was dark, when was our hair really dark?
It's dark now. But there were times when our hair looked super dark, like the I'm thinking back
Uncle
to
Funky's daughter video.
right, that video, the As I Am, the very first
Yeah.
As I Am video we did with the brown packaging. Our hair was super dark and there were highlights in
There's
it.
some
So.
Weedad ones, I think. That
Jerissa Coleman said, I want to chop mine again, but my husband won't let me. Oh no. Does he not like the short hair? Or?
Yes, okay, so Faith Bland said, LoriAnne, I'm about to dye my mom's hair with a natural hair dye from As I Am. I didn't know they had hair dyes. Okay, she said, I am going to let you know how it works because I think you might like it.
As I Am has hair dyes?
I didn't know that. So what color are you going to dye it?
No, he likes long. Okay.
It matches your natural hair color. Oh, it matches. How do you do that? Like you have to answer questions or something?
I'm sure you look sickening either way. Short hair or long hair.
Right, what was the question?
Jerissa said she wants to cut her hair, but her husband likes her hair long.
Okay.
Yeah. Shea Moisture has a toning mask. So you're doing good boy things.
Shea Moisture has a toning mask? What does it look like? You mean like, so it would be like all these other things, kind of like, what's that purple mask that we have upstairs? That orange, you know, no more orange or.
Oh yeah, the Fanola ones.
Yeah, those are toning masks, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes, or like toning products. They tone.
It is a dark brown. Okay. It's called a henna powder. A lot of people love it. So is it henna? Because that's another thing that we didn't know. When we would get highlights, I guess we just didn't think to mention that we put hennas in our hair. So one of the products one time I used by MADCURLS, it was Bentonite. I think it was, or Hentonite, because it was henna and bentonite clay or something, I don't know, but whatever it was, it seemed like my hair didn't take to highlights. You have got to let your stylist know. She didn't ask, and I didn't think to tell her because I just thought it was like a treatment that we did on our channel, MADCURLS. I didn't think the two had any sort of a correlation, but that day, it seemed like my highlights weren't taking, and I went home and looked in the mirror, and they were just so copper, so awful, so horrible. It never took. I think it did not break through. I think you're supposed to take it up to a certain level, almost like a platinum blonde, and then you're supposed to tone them to an ashy blonde, like, you know, that's what highlights look like. But she could never take it up to that platinum level because something with that Hentonite mask was blocking that. So she didn't ask, and I didn't tell her because I didn't know. So when I went back, she was kind of like, what did you do differently? What did you do? And I'm like, the only thing I could think of is me just putting in Hentonite. No, I think she said she researched that I use henna. Like I never use henna, and then it dawned on me I use that Hentonite, and then so we all started getting out our phones and apparatuses, and we could not pull up the ingredients. We could not pull up that at all. I went to Google. I went to MADCURLS. I could not find out what was in that Hentonite. It was not on the site any longer, and it wasn't in any sort of a history. It wasn't on Google. To this day, I don't know what's in that Hentonite. I assume it's henna tonight, you know, like bentonite, henna and bentonite, but yeah, it didn't take. And I think that was the beginning to the end of these highlights because it never took right. So henna, I don't know if I would put henna because I never know like what the future holds, like what I'd want to do again, you know, with my hair. And
Jasmine said, "Do you want me to send you a pic? I think I still have it, but don't use it."
Of what?
The Hentonite. The Hentonite treatment.
Oh, you have like a pic of the of what's in it, the ingredients.
She had passed the product, which would have the ingredients on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you said I have the product.
So why couldn't you see the
Oh,
ingredients?
you know what? Guys, like, all right, this is when I get my brain dead moment at night. It's right upstairs on the little shelf that we have in the bathroom. Yeah, the one in the corner in the back.
But maybe just at the time. When we
yeah,
had the salon, we couldn't pull it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny how sometimes I have like a memory, like an elephant, and other times like I really need a brain dead moment. Like the other day I was like looking crazy in the car for my phone, and I was talking on it. And because I've had the habit lately of leaving my phone places. I keep leaving my phone places. Thank goodness I have Find My Phone, because I think that's just the coolest thing that Apple does for us elderly women. That you can lose your phone, and
Girl,
I have.
You're not elderly.
Yeah, and then I have my device. You could just go and find your phone. I love that so much.
All right, I want to answer this question by Melanie Lindsay. My cartilage piercing is real. I got mine done in 2011, my senior year of high school, and I would say it took about a year to heal. Didn't really hurt, just like a pinch, but took about a year to heal. And you got yours done last year, so
Yeah.
LoriAnne has one too. She doesn't have it in right now, but about a year. About a year.
Where's the question?
It's up a little bit. Well, I don't know. It's
Okay.
there. It's about a cartilage piercing.
Okay.
Melanie
What about?
Lindsay.
What's
Just
your name?
Melanie Lindsay.
Oh, okay.
She asked me if mine was real or if it's a cuff.
Oh,
And so
okay.
that's mom was real. My angelic mood says, can we talk about weight? How do you maintain your weight? Do you diet? We don't really maintain our weight. We kind of do. We don't let it go too far. We can tell when it's going too far, and then we'll start dieting. And dieting as in like eating snap peas for a week. Like, you know, no soda, no. We do start dieting. We eat like one egg white for breakfast, like that kind of thing, and we start bringing it back in the other direction because our weight does fluctuate. If you look on the channel from the beginning to now, our weight like kind of like fluctuates. Not anything crazy, but like we can tell some videos your face is like super skinny, and then others it's like more filled in. Same with me,
Some
like I'm
days,
more filled out in some videos and more slim in other videos.
Some days it's attractive in some of the past films and videos. Other days, it's a time on our channel where we were really going through in our personal life, and I can't stand to look at those videos because I look so gaunt, I look so drawn. And there's one in particular. There's a night where that hibiscus,
the Eden BodyWorks,
oh
the
my
hibiscus
gosh.
one is like your least favorite video on the channel.
I had on like a stick neck, like it's the oddest. Like look, I had like to me lost so much weight. Then there's other ones where I just look sickening because I had like just enough weight loss to look nice. And then there's others.
Head on a stick neck.
Yeah. And then there's others as of late, more so like this year because I've been really going through with my MS. So I've been on a lot of different medications and it's putting the weight on and it's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
I easily put on 30 pounds during this whole COVID thing. And I don't blame it on the COVID. Like, oh, I think touched my arm. It's the medication, and it puts the weight on you, and I can't blame the medication as people do. It's the medication that gives you an appetite, and then you want to start eating. And so I just didn't know how to push away from the table. So then I paid a heavy price, and still paying for it. And it's so much harder now that I'm 53, because I could eat a salad in the past and just drop weight like that. And this weight is here to stay. Like it doesn't want to budge.
But it doesn't look like it. At first, like a few weeks ago, when you pointed it out and you said, okay, like we need to basically get back to the gym and like go on diets kind of thing, and like we could see that it was on, and then after about 2 weeks of that, you could see that it was coming down, although the weight wasn't coming down. So then you have to get to a point where you don't look at the scale. You kind of have to look to see how you look and how you feel, because your face was slimming down, although the numbers on the scale weren't moving, and I don't know why that is.
I do not know why, because I felt like the numbers were coming down, and I felt like I was a little bit slimmer, because it like the medicine kind of like gives you a puffy kind of a look, and I'm like puffy all over, and so I did start seeing that go away. Not necessarily that like the weight had changed, but the puffiness, at least that was a start, kind of like had subsided. But when I would get on the scale, the numbers, if they dropped by 1 pound, 2, like I'm like, come on. And I don't get on every day. I'm not obsessed. I will get on not even once a week. I think I got on maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then I think I just got on this week, and I could not believe that those numbers were still there, maybe -2. I'm like, there's no way I only lost 2 pounds. There's no way.
So for me, I'm 5'1", and so like the number I say, sometimes people are like, gasp, you want to go down that low, but I think you have to take into account people's heights, people's body types, and so for my height and like my body type, like my ideal is anywhere between like 110, 112. That's kind of where I like to stay, and that might seem super low, but that's just me, where I like to stay. But when I got on, I was 120, and that's high. That's very high for me, and I could see it. I could look in the mirror, I could see it. I'd be like, I know I'm somewhere in the 120 range, and so whenever I get that high, I have to bring it back in the other direction, because I can see it. I can see it on me, and so like kind of like that's when you catch it. You don't let it go, because I was starting to go from like mediums to kind of needing like larges, and I was like, okay, like I'm creeping up this way. I need to bring it back that way, and that's when we start eating egg whites in the morning and water.
But what I'm seeing, I'm having weight. But hold on, I want to say something really quick. It was hypothyroidism. That's another issue with me. I have a low thyroid, I'm hypothyroid, not hypo. But I was saying all that to say, see that quick, I lost my memory. MS moment. What was I getting ready to say about? It'll come back to me.
But I just want to say that my cartilage took a year, but I wasn't sitting. I swear I hear a bug. I do, and I'm gonna bust out any second if it flies over here. Just so y'all know, I'm warning you now. It takes a year, but you're not in pain and your ear's stinging for a year. It just, you just have to clean it and stuff, but you're not like in pain for a year.
No, you're not. Just
at least I wasn't.
Yeah, no, you're not. But it seems like you don't touch it, but you really kind of can't touch it. As long as you don't touch it, it's okay. But if you do, you definitely still feel that pain. It took me about a good 8 months to not feel it. But what was I going to say? Because it was important what I was going to say. It's about this weight. Because it's not budging. No joke.
Carrie has an MS question.
Was an MS question.
Carrie.
Okay, where
At the bottom, very last question.
Okay, let me see. Can I ask if you have been on Copaxone for MS? That's exactly what I've been on, and that's what I've been on the entire time. And I'm really too afraid to move to any. Oh, I know I was going to say this new diet. You guys remind me that the new diet. Okay. I'm afraid to go get on anything else, and I have a neurologist that he specializes in multiple sclerosis, so he's on like the cutting edge of it, and he often suggests other things, but I always say I know the devil I have, I don't know the devil I'm going to get, so I don't want to just keep trying new things. I feel like, even though he won't kind of like say, and that's something he doesn't agree with me, but I don't maybe think he likes to label, though as much as I've read about it, kind of like you have to be your own advocate, and I swear I've crossed over to secondary progressive, because for years it was just mellow, and they said I was never going to be the poster girl, but after the incredible amount of stress that I have been under in the last couple of years, I am I have hung the poster up, and I'm grinning on it now, like I am the poster girl now for MS, I feel, because it's just one flare up after another, one exacerbation after another, one exacerbation, like they're never ending. So then, I don't know how I came across it, but sometimes I feel like God knows, okay? And so, I don't know, last night I was just laying there, and I don't know if you're familiar, those that don't have MS may not be, maybe if you do, you might be, but there's this doctor named Terry Walls, I think, and she had MS, pretty bad case of it, and she started researching herself and seeing what would work, and she wrote a book now, but she really reversed it. She was really, really bad off, and then she reversed it, and she was riding bikes and doing everything, and so I said, I have to take matters into my own hands now. Like, taking medicine and all that is just not working. I feel like it's definitely progressing, and I remember my mother telling me a while ago that my aunt passed away. You guys, remember the aunt with the kayak? She took the kayak to the store, sold it, took the money. Remember that aunt? But anyway, that aunt, before she passed away, not like on her deathbed or anything, but like during conversation and stuff with my mom, she said, Lori needs to like get into like the food aspect of it. She needs to research like the diet, like food definitely affects an autoimmune disease. And I'm a creature of habit, and I wasn't kind of like buying, and I didn't really care. But then I started noticing, guys, all that Chinese rice I've been cooking since COVID, okay? Every night, great big pot of rice. The kids got me a walk for my birthday. But I started noticing I'll have good days, and one of the good days was like, maybe like last week, the week before, I haven't been doing the Chinese rice. I kind of got sick of cooking it. And I noticed I wasn't as bad as I had been. Like, I'm always kind of like busy and off balance, but...
You went off Chinese rice probably for a good month. You stopped cooking it because you were making salads and egg whites and stuff. Like, you totally switched your diet.
Okay.
You completely stopped. I would say for about a good month.
Okay.
You stopped making rice because we were all miserable because we were all enjoying the rice.
Okay.
And we were like, I'm not eating it anymore. So, like, basically, I'm not cooking it anymore. And so I would say about a month.
And I didn't notice anything. But this week, I started it again. And I'm back getting up in the morning, holding onto the walls, tippy-toeing down the hallway, trying to not like lose my balance, standing still, letting my head get together, and I'm like, what's the difference? Like, what am I doing? And then I started researching soy sauce. It's inflammatory. The soy sauce, smoothies with milk, all that kind of stuff, like dairy, all that kind of stuff, like it's horrible for MS, and I didn't know it. I am doing the most with all. In the morning I get to make a great big smoothie, pour milk in and juice, and what else do I put in? They say it's not good. All the stuff that's not good for MS I have been doing, thinking it's low fat, but you have to kind of like know what your diet needs to be. Just because it's low fat doesn't mean it's good for your illness. You have to have a functional kind of a diet. So it's not about weight loss, even though ultimately you will, but you have to know the trigger points, and I had no idea dairy. I did not know sugar. I love sweets. soy sauce, rice, white rice. I mean, sweet potatoes.
I mean, it's cool though
everything.
that you discovered that.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's just like happening and like you don't know why. So
I'm
it'll be interesting to see like if you like push away from the rice again to see if it kind of reverses itself.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. So this morning, like, and tonight, like, I didn't have that because I had my leftovers from last night, and I'm like, nope, I'm not touching it. I'm going to see. Really, I'm going to start eliminating that kind of stuff, and we'll see. Definitely
I mean, they say even just with regular what is it, like dieting or weight loss, it's all in the food. So like we go to the gym and stuff like that, but it's definitely when we stop, you know, eating tons of sweets and sugar and like whatever, we definitely start dropping really fast. So food is a big part of it.
I should her neurologist recommends the Mediterranean diet. Yeah, I saw that. I think this other doctor recommended the Paleo Diet, which is like the caveman diet. Anything that was available before the industrial age, where everything was like kind of like processed, even like again dairy, milk, all that, you know, because that's when milk and everything kind of came into play. So
Gail's friend said heating oil beyond its smoking point is why Chinese cooking is so bad for you. Oh my gosh. And that is like step one into making her bomb rice, which is like the part that like leaves me dying and like I'm dying in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Is the heating up of the oil, and then when she takes it off, like the smell of it's just so strong. Cause it's like super hot oil.
Yeah.
It's hot and it's like smoking and it's what? Oh my gosh, girl, we're killing ourselves.
I know.
Dairy is so bad. I love almond milk. I love almond milk. It's been a game changer for me.
Is almond milk considered dairy?
Is almond milk bad?
I hope not, because I sure did. This is the ouch, not a whole lot of foundation, but it is in here tonight.
What about like oat milk? People have been talking about oat milk.
I don't know.
Someone said yuck, hate almond milk. The vanilla almond milk, vanilla almond milk is everything.
Almond milk is good.
So good. So good.
Wow. Okay. Yes. And that was another thing. That soy. My stomach last night was killing me. Almost like Nexium level, like ulcer level. And again, that was another side effect of soy. Definitely gastrointestinal problems. And I noticed that I wasn't popping Nexium as much when I got away from that Chinese rice. And now that I'm back doing that again, last night I suffered. I definitely suffered. I'm like, okay, here we go again.
See, Gail Frances says Dr. Sebi talks about how heating oils beyond their smoking point is very toxic to humans. I told you someone right, because when it happens, my eyes start burning, like I can't blink, I can't open them, like I need air. It just like takes over me. I can't breathe, and like I really thought I was being super dramatic, and turns out, girl, I'm not being dramatic.
No, I guess
it's toxic.
not.
Like I'm like my eyes are burning, they're watering, I can't breathe, like it's too much. Look at that. I knew someone right. Something to break my spirit about that oil.
Yeah, something kind of like just along. I feel like now it's just kind of like all around me, but every now and then I'll like stop and really kind of like pay attention. And I started paying attention. I remember my mother telling me about my aunt talking about the diet. At the time, I was so not bothered. I'm just like, to me, it was just like another overnight kind of, let me give another thing about MS for you. And I'm like, people do not live with it. They do not know. Stop giving me advice about MS because you don't know. But sometimes I guess I have to listen, you know, because I've done this a while ago. So we'll see. I do believe that diet has everything to do with it now that I've read that and have seen proof of that. You know, like in myself, just stepping away from something and how the symptoms.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
We're always learning something from MADCURLS, man.
We are. So that's what we do. So, and then hopefully, like at the same time, it'll kind of be, it'll help with the weight loss. I was listening to a video, a YouTube channel the other day. Her name is Earth Mother. I don't know if she's controversial because her channel is so small. Her channel is very small. But whenever she puts something out there, maybe at times it gets controversial. I don't know. But the topic is not wanting to be fat phobic, you know. Why? Just because like you want to watch your weight, you're considered fat phobic. And is it considered fat phobic? Like you're not saying anything about anybody else, but you're just saying you particularly don't want to be fat. And then she's like, why are you fat phobic? Like, why don't you want to be fat? You know, so is that fat phobic if you don't want to be fat and you want to watch your weight?
Maybe it's the way you say it. Maybe it's I just want to be healthy. Maybe as a society we're getting away from like fat and skinny and this and that. Maybe it's just we want to be healthy. We don't want to be unhealthy. And whatever you attribute unhealthiness to, whether that's being way too skinny or being really overweight or whatever, maybe we're just getting away from those terms and we're just, maybe it's all about health. Maybe we should start pushing that more, like just being healthy, whatever that looks like for a person, whatever weight that looks like for a person. Maybe there's just ways of saying it, you know.
Kim Gregory said, "Are products with CBD in it good for MS?" I don't know, because I haven't. Well, we did. We were gifted with a bottle recently. Me and you, and we both had the same reaction. Like, we would take those little CBD drops every night, remember?
Oh
and
my gosh.
We were coughing.
Yeah, no, oh my gosh. So I started, because they said that they're good for like nerves and anxiety and certain things, and I tend to be like just like a nervous person. I think I had just started subbing, being a building substitute, so like going into work every day as opposed to being a daily sub where I got to pick how many days a week I wanted to work. Like, I went full time and I was just really nervous about that. And so I started like taking them and like putting them under my tongue or whatever, but I developed a cough, like this dry cough in my sleep. I'd be coughing, and it was because of those drops. Like, I stopped them immediately, and of course it went away. But I got a cough from them. They would make me cough, like you're swallowing oil. Or something?
Did too. And one day, I don't know how we both got on the subject of it, but we both kind of like asked each other, and it didn't have the benefits for me that that the person was raving about. Like, I'm glad it worked for them, but it did.
And I'm wondering, is it like placebo effect?
Yeah,
is it like in your head, like
know.
These are supposed to make you not anxious, so you take them and you think, you know, you're not anxious anymore. But for me, I'd be coughing in my sleep, just.
I think the kind that you can kind of like get over the counter or walk into a store. I think even like our huge grocery store, Stu Leonard's, they have that at the register. Those don't have that THC or something in it. So I don't know. I know that my illness is at the top of the list. If I wanted to get the real deal, I could. And I've been offered it by my neurologist. I'm like, I'm not interested in doing that. I could get it any way I wanted. Smoke it, drink it, eat it, chew it, bake it, whatever. Like, I don't want that at all. So,
smoke it, drink it.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, sometimes I should. But, no, I don't have a desire to right now. Maybe in the future, maybe, but right now, nope, not at this moment. I haven't tried it, other than like those CBD drops, and I didn't see where that worked at all.
Yeah, I saw a question about hot oil treatments. How do we feel about them? We don't do them often, but that was something that I was doing when my hair was very dry, and I love them. I would do it with castor oil, and it was such a game changer for me. I think I even have a video on it showing you my hair dry, no product. Before doing a hot oil treatment, my hair was dry, no product, just very, very, very dry and just busted with no product in it. And then I did a hot oil treatment, let my hair dry with no product in it, and my hair was still moisturized even though it had no product in it. I love hot oil treatments when I would use them. I don't really feel like I need to do them now. My boyfriend's hair was actually just very dry, and I did one on him, Jamaican black castor oil, along with his deep conditioner, and let like it sit, and his hair was just so soft and shiny and nice.
Salon detail.
I know, I'm always doing his hair itself, but I'm like, you know, I want to test this combo. Can I do your hair? Because his hair is a little bit shorter than mine. We have like matching hairstyles. And so I'm always doing his hair, but I love hot oil treatments. I think they work. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah, I know. I should do that. I haven't thought about that in a while, because I came across
It's what kind of smoothie is that? No dairy, right?
That's why I asked before. The only dairy it has in it is almond milk. Is that dairy? I would have blown it for today then. But it's berry. I think I got the big Dole bag, and inside the Dole bag, I know it's like, girl, I know.
What happened?
I had to put that protein powder in it. So that was another thing I was doing a few weeks ago. I was up one night
nothing like your old
watching
smoothies.
an infomercial, and it's a long story. I can't. But anyway, they talked me to a whole lot of stuff, and at that point I was thinking about weight loss. Now I'm thinking about health. So, but it's still leftover stuff, and all the ingredients in it, and one of them being creatine, was in it. So I was just like, oh, so I'm like, see how God works? Like, I already had it here, and they really pushed creatine for the brain, because they said when you have MS, your brain shrinks. It steadily gets smaller, and creatine prevents that. Or my doctor, I remember, I always would take slips of paper from him to give me, and I just throw it in my purse, not paying attention. But I remember him saying CoQ10, and I'm like, oh, all these recommendations all the time. It's too much. Threw it in my purse.
He also said yoga.
Did he?
He said yoga would be good. And
Well.
we said we were going to do yoga.
Okay, but yeah, that CoQ10, creatine, and there's some other supplements, but it's like kind of like all coming together for me now.
Almond milk is not dairy, which I totally believe that because I used to drink 2%
vegan, okay.
2% milk, and sometimes I would put it. Well, I would drink 2% milk, and then I would do like coffee creamers and stuff, and my stomach always hurt afterward, just like cramping. And I just thought maybe I'm just like a little bit lactose, but that's just life. Like that's just how it was gonna be. And then I switched over to almond milk, and now I put it in my coffee. My coffee's fine, doesn't affect my stomach at all. If I have a bowl of cereal, game changer, I'll eat my bowl of cereal, my stomach doesn't hurt. It was definitely the 2% milk that I drank all my life, and I will never go back to drinking milk. Like almond milk is it for me.
Yeah.
What a game changer.
You have been saying that.
Even when I go to Dunkin' and I saw an option was almond milk, I'm like, okay, put almond milk, no creamer, just add almond milk in there, and what a game changer. What a game changer.
Yeah, girl, look, we got 267 folks in the room.
Anybody new?
Who's
Anybody's
new?
first time?
How
We're going to be wrapping
how
up
we
soon.
have a captive audience? What in the world are we saying to
I
keep
don't.
all these folks
What are
here?
we talking about? We're talking about almond milk
I
and
know.
diets and
In my MS. Yeah, all right, so who's new? Come out of the darkness and into the marvelous light.
milk is for baby cows. I want to try oat milk too.
Oat milk?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's from oats?
I guess it's from oats. I've been loving oats.
You
I had
said goat milk before you just said oat milk.
oat milk.
Okay,
No,
good.
we're not drinking goat
I'm not
milk.
drinking goat milk. That's
Or
like cow
goat, or
milk,
goat
right?
cheese or none of that. We're not
Yeah,
doing that.
no. Okay. Oh, CoQ10 for heart and blood pressure too. Okay.
Almonds are nuts, so how would it be dairy? I don't know the milk part. I don't know.
I know. Like, today I found out that chicken fried steak, I watched The Pioneer Woman. Who watches The Pioneer Woman? I love that
Hi.
show.
Adria Rogers. Oh, she said she's new.
Oh, hey. All right, so I found out that she was making chicken fried steak. I didn't know that was old cube steak. Like, I used to hate that tough steak when I was growing up. My grandmother, the grandmother with the entwistles, okay, so if we weren't sawing the hog head cheese and those, what was the other thing we were sawing?
Hog head cheese.
It was a hog head cheese, and she wanted to put the plates away because the entwistles were coming over. No, it definitely wasn't pig's feet. It was, oh my gosh, what other one? All right, I'll remember. But anyway, I always would get cube steaks. My mother would make them cube steaks. To me, it was like a tough hamburger.
What's cube steak?
It's, obviously I hate it because you guys never grew up on it. You didn't know. I grew up on that tough meat.
Can you get it at like Stop and Shop? Like, is it,
I'm
is
sure.
it with the meat? Is
It
it
looks-
a cube?
It looks just like ground beef, but it's hard. Like it's what is it?
He said cube steak is fire. Oh, my boyfriend likes cube steak.
And have you ever had chicken fried steak? Okay, that's chicken fried steak. They bread the cube steak. All right, maybe that's the trick because my mother would put a slab of cube steak on my plate. Like, Ma, if you're on, like, why? Like, you're supposed to like fry it, like put it in flour, like flavor the flour, salt, pepper, and Lowry salt. The Lowry salt the other day I told you about the zucchini, and then
Here, girl, Pam, she's
you
new.
roll the cube steak in it, and oh my God,
What's that?
it's a moth.
Oh. Girl, stop playing.
I'm not playing it. I had no control of the moth coming. But then you fry it after you put the batter on it. I did not know that chicken fried steak was cube steak. And for some reason, I thought it had something to do with chicken. I thought like maybe a chicken patty. And so she explained that a lot of people think it has something to do with chicken. Chicken is not in it. The reason they call it chicken fried steak is because it looks like chicken, like fried chicken. It does. So, but I had no idea it was cube steak. None.
Why are we talking about cube steak?
Because I was talking about, I was talking about the Pioneer Woman,
Oh, okay.
and
okay.
I don't know, but yeah, I've been watching that show. I love that show. So cute.
I saw somebody asked what I had in my hair a while ago. I meant to answer it. I'm sorry. It's Mielle, the pomegranate and honey, the leave-in, and the custard. I'm going back to a does it work now kind of thing. Products that I really wanted to get to work for me back when my hair was longer, but they just didn't. I'm wondering if they work now. This is cute day one. This is very cute. I know I'm gonna sleep on it and tomorrow's gonna be flat. But
Hair girl Pam says she watches Pioneer woman. I always get on these shows and just kind of become obsessed. So I've never seen it before.
Oh, she was saying me because I thought you were saying me because you were new. I'm sorry.
No, girl, she's talking about. I can't ask who watches Pioneer Woman.
Sorry, and I also asked who's new,
Mm-hmm.
so things got confused. My bad.
I use almond when I make smoothies. Okay.
See, y'all saw that bug. I don't know where it went, but there was one.
Yeah, I don't know where they're coming from. They're just coming out of like nowhere.
Time to start wrapping it up.
Like little cracks in places.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Is it the boyfriend has to come say hi? They're coming off camera.
Baby, you want to come poke your head in and just say hi? He may or may not come.
How's Doggy doing? Tell me to bring Doggy.
You can bring dogginess too. We're wrapping it up. He said Noose is asleep.
Noose is asleep.
Doggy's good.
He's really good.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah, we shared last week that he climbs the stairs now, right?
Yeah,
and now he climbs down.
He
Last
goes
week was
up and down the stairs. Yes, he learned how to go up and down the stairs in the same day, so now he goes up and down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
What was I doing? I think it was yesterday morning you were trying to sleep, and I came downstairs with Doggy, and I forgot to put the gate up on the stairs, so I was in the kitchen making coffee, and next thing I heard, Tay! And I'm like, yes, you're like, come get Doggy. And Doggy had gone upstairs, burst into my mom's room and jumped on her when she was asleep, and I was like, oh my gosh, like her door was like cracked, so he like ran up the stairs, went into her room and leaped on her, and I just hear her hollering from downstairs, and I'm like, what? Like what happened? And I'm like, oh my god, Doggy, because like Doggy was over me, so I was like, oh my gosh, she went upstairs and woke her up.
When you say he has no what? Yeah.
No,
he has no boundary. Like,
he doesn't. He just like ran upstairs, went into her room, and leaped on her. And
nobody comes into the
didn't know he went upstairs
room without first letting me know.
Like, imagine being dead asleep and then a dog comes and jumps on you. Like, oh my gosh, Ma, you were not having it.
No,
and I was like, oh. Because one second we were both downstairs, he was sitting on the couch, and next second he disappeared. And I wasn't even paying attention because I was in the kitchen just making coffee, and I guess he had gone out in the living room, went up the stairs,
and with all
into
of this,
your room.
And all this redecorating and renovating, I took the latches off the door and didn't know how to figure out how to do it. So when I was in Home Depot the other night, the man was explaining to me how I have to put it back on because it wasn't catching. You know, like when you open the door and you can close the door, lock it. My door can easily be pushed open, even when it appears to be closed. Even kind of like if it clicks closed, it's not closed. There's still something there. So he explained how I could put like toothpicks or something behind like the latch to just raise it just slightly so that it'll have the little thing, like that little, I always call it the little tongue thing.
And this is we want Doggy. Since we're going to be wrapping it up, Doggy can say goodnight. I'll go get him.
Okay. To catch, so I'm going to try that this weekend. So in the meantime, I am, every day Doggy just comes on in, just pushes the door and comes on in, and I hate it. I'm like, I can't wait till I fix this. And I shall this week, or this weekend, I'm going to fix it. Because now I know. Because
He's sleepy.
Is he sleepy?
I went to get him and he went running towards Josh. I'm like, nope, Josh has a choice. You don't. I was like, come on.
Hi, Doggy. You're the MADCURLS fan wants to see you. You don't have a choice. Oh, look at the baby. He's like such a baby, right? Look at that. Look at the little eyes.
He just had a bath a few hours ago because he was stink boy.
Yes.
Went outside and rolled and who knows what.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he smells so clean.
Doesn't you think?
He smells so clean. I was scrubbing.
Oh my gosh, he smells so.
I was scrubbing.
How did you get so clean?
I was not playing. We had a lather, rinse, repeat.
I know.
I was like,
I know people ask like, how does he not? I don't know what they're called, but like, you know the dark circles like dogs get around their eyes. I've seen them, but I didn't know there's a name for it, I guess. But they're like, how does like your dog not have that? Maybe because we treat him like he's a person and everything. Like we wash his face and everything.
Yeah, wash his face, clean his eyes.
Like when I had Spencer years ago, I seriously was giving him a bath at 2 weeks old when you can finally put the baby in the bathtub or like a little baby bath after their umbilical cord falls off. And I was washing Spencer's underarms. I didn't know how to give a baby a bath. I mean, I don't think there was a crack or a crevice that I did not hit. And my grandfather was like, that is not the way you give a baby a bath. But so I think we give Doggy a bath like he's
every 2 or 3 weeks.
You know, we don't get it often, but I'm saying like we daily like really make sure we always clean his eyes.
If I see stuff
and
in
all
his
that.
eyes, I'll grab it.
Yeah, you really are good with that.
He doesn't have any bad dog breath. Ears smell clean, nose clean, paws clean, everything clean.
everything so clean. Look, and he's being so good because he's so sleepy. Look, I'm just chilling there, just hanging out. Oh my God, he's the cutest.
He's so sweet, Nash. He is just the sweetest doggy.
He really is. His temperament.
He's so sweet.
No, it was worse than outside, Seraphine. No, we had
because
someone-
he'll roll. He likes rolling in the grass, and he'll just like smell like the earth. But no,
Yeah.
woo! I don't know. It smelled like a farm.
Yeah, I said that. I said he smells like he's been at the
Because
zoo.
we just got our walkway done, and I think they put down. You said you think they put down manure or something to grow the grass around the grass that they destroyed or something.
Yeah.
I smelled him at the foot of the stairs when he was by the door. He reeked. I wasn't even near him, and I could smell him. And I brought him upstairs. I ran him past you. You were like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, no, I'm like he smells like
so
he's been to
bad.
the zoo. He smells like he is the zoo.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could kind of like relate it to that smell because it didn't smell like he had stepped in his poo or anything like that.
It did smell like his
smelled
poo.
very zoo-ish.
It was sour.
Yeah.
Like oh my! I
It
can't
smelled just like
describe
a
it.
cow area at the zoo. It smelled horrible.
And I was like,
And then I said, I think probably when they finished building the walkway, then they probably sprinkled down some seeds so that grass would grow back there. And you rolled in it because they put down manure to help it grow. Oh,
look
look at him. So,
But now we know.
he doesn't even look real.
He's so sleepy.
He's so sweet.
Yeah, but
I know, right, Wanda?
it was not it. He went straight to the bath, even though he just had one like 3 days ago. And so he was up there and he was miserable. He hates being blow dried afterward. He was just miserable. I'm like, you should have been rolling. But he had too much fun out there. That's what happens. I'm like, you should have been rolling in. Who knows what you was rolling in? You
Wow, he's just so mellow.
You're a clean boy. You're a nice clean boy. You're a clean boy now.
He's so
He's
clean.
nice and oh my god.
Doggy,
He's
you wanna
so
go to
sweet.
sleep?
He's so sleeping.
You wanna go to sleep?
Just perfect.
Keep the same energy when we turn off.
Right?
Keep the same energy because you're going straight and directly to BED.
Bet.
Yeah.
Get all your toys.
All your
You
toys.
try to get Tumble. Get
Tumbles
some
is teddy bear.
Get some.
Another teddy bear. This one we love.
You get Tumble. You get Gumby. And you get Brown Monkey.
Oh my God, look what he's looking at you. So sweet. Oh my gosh, I can't. Their love affair. I watch it all day long. He looks like a teddy bear.
I tell him I love him. Oh my gosh, like every 5 minutes.
Look at
I'm
that.
gonna
He's
miss
looking
him
at you.
so much when I go back to work. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah. So sweet. Does anybody on here have a golden doodle? Has a doggy? They're like the best breed. So cute.
He's so sweet.
Temperament. I wonder if they're all the same. Pretty much like the ones that we've seen, they pretty much are like that, right? High energy.
High energy,
Mm-hmm.
love attention.
Yeah. We heard this week that sometimes when you get your dog neutered, it has the opposite effect. And we're wondering if that's the case with Doggy because he is doing a lot of the behaviors that we've been reading about. He's becoming like aggressive,
A little bit.
and we don't know why.
We're saying this as he's lying here, super docile.
I know, like I know, because sometimes he'll try to convince me of things that he's done, and then he comes in just kind of like lays across my bed, not bothered, like, and I'm like, really, But he's back like doing that new puppy like nipping.
Yeah,
you know.
he'll nip.
Um,
And he likes to lick himself, and I think it's kind of obsessive. I know dogs do that sometimes to clean themselves, but to me, it's a little bit obsessive. He does it a lot, and so I'm wondering, I'm like, we're actually taking him to the vet on Monday just to get him checked out. I just want him to get a little checkup to see, I don't know if he has allergies or what, but that's something new that he's doing. He licks himself a lot, pretty
Right,
obsessively.
yeah, like obsessively, not just like licking, like just getting in one area and just going to town, like just like we're with like kind of like pry him from that part, like Doggy, like enough,
Yeah.
And
they also said that sometimes after doing for male dogs, like they can become aggressive, like the opposite. Sometimes like people think if you get them neutered, like they become less aggressive, but it can have the opposite effect. Sometimes in male dogs. And then they said like a hypersensitive anxiety and fear, like any little sound, they're just like on it. And like we kind of joke around and call it like serve and protect over here, because like he'll hear a sound and he'll run to the window, he'll run to the door, and he'll bark and this and that. I'm like, no, serve and protect, but that could be something like that
we were saying it
could
we
have
didn't
happened
really,
because of his neutering. Like he's just very sensitive,
hyper vigilant.
to sound, and like they said, heightened sense of like fear and anxiety. Like they hear a sound and they're just like on it, like, and it's too much.
Yeah, he reminded her of a little baby in that position. I know. He's like, he's such a baby. He has the temperament of a baby. He makes like little baby noises. So cute. He's the sweetest.
He love you.
I wish we could have a sibling, but he's all we could take.
Kisses. You lick. You don't lick. He's too sleepy for licks. He's too sleepy.
It's the cutest thing ever.
Did we watch 90 Day Fiance when Ed asked Rose, how do you say kiss? And I think it was Tagalog, her language, and she said halik. And so that's what we call it around here. We're like, halik? Because it's like, it's a kiss. It means kiss, but it's also like lick, and that's how like dogs kiss, by licking you. And so we're like, halik?
Halik, I know.
Halik?
I know. The butler said, doggy better not want to play after this. Right? That's
No
what I
playing.
said.
We're going to
Now's
bed.
the time to be wide awake and alert. Don't fake sleep now.
So when do I go back to work? So next week is all professional development, but my first official day is September 1st. We go back September 1st. So the kids go back, we go back September 1st.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
Kisses, mommy.
This has been so fun. Thanks for coming to another MADCURLS for Friday Night Live. Look out for our videos coming this week. And you guys will be able to watch the playback of this live if you want to. What else, girl? What else would I say? Is that it?
I think, well, right, that should be it. Those that are going back to work,
Good luck.
good luck.
May the force be with you.
Goodbye, farewell. Well, that's all I would
To
say.
you, my friend. Goodbye for now until we meet.
What was that?
It's
Out
been
of box?
Yeah.
Okay. Who remembers out of box? Flashback 90s.
We play and sing together in
Back
the
at school, okay.
And now it's time to say goodbye. They do the little hand thing. Anybody remember that show, Out of Box?
I remember you guys watching it with a little hand thing.
They do like the, like,
Oh, I remember that.
something,
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay. Okay. Gotta do the snap. I love that show. Gotta do the snap.
Don't pull my earring.
Night, ladies. Angelique. Good night.
Don't lick my contour.
Good night. Hair girl Pam.
Cuddy.
Yeah, there's a lot of doodles. She was saying that somebody has a doodle, but it was tall. Maybe a labradoodle, or like there's like the mixture of the poodle. They turn into like some sort of a doodle. We got the golden doodle.
Golden doodle.
So sweet.
Alright, guys.
All right, guys.
Hit that like button on your way out the door. Goodie bags are out the door. Who's giving out the goodie bags tonight? Alright. It's been fun. You gotta put Noose to bed and break down this little area over here.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming. And
Stay safe.
stay safe. We'll see you guys next week for another Friday Night Live. And of course our videos throughout the week. So, alright, I think that's it.
Don't say, of course, like it's something that we always do, girl, because you know we're
Girl,
horrible.
why you gotta blast us
We're
like that,
horrible.
girl?
Well, I
Girl,
don't
they
have to
got
blast us.
videos last week, girl.
Did they?
Yeah,
Did you
girl.
guys?
You got a video.
I don't know.
Right? A little video.
Mm.
Okay. Girl, you're so
All right, I know.
Love you
All right,
so
guys.
much.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Alright, guys.
Girls, do the honors.
We'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.